You don't want me to swear, no?
Well, it's never stopped you before.
Wow. Wow.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. This is Random Live, and you have this man over there, over there, over there, over there.
Over here, over there. Oh, Laney's gone live. I can't stay.
You have him to thank for this because he's like been pestering me all day.
Do you know, I asked you a question before, and and that was because of somebody else I won't mention.
You asked me a question for how many times of the day?
I'm going to ask you tonight.
No, that's lies.
I only asked you casually during the day. It's
that's different, is it?
So, yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Right. Yeah, whatever.
What is it? Pick on an ugly person day or what?
Did you say pick on a lovely person, dear?
Ugly. Me, I mean.
Shep. Hi, Sylvia.
Hi, Sylvia.
Yeah, so this is kind of random. I wasn't going to do it, and now here I am. It's what happens when somebody pesters you.
Well, all I'm going to say is a fairy whispered in my ear and said, is that Lainey going to go live or is she having a night with Cliff? And I said, I'll ask the question. I've asked the question and you come live. So there you go. Right?
Right. Would that be a fudge fairy by any chance?
I can't possibly comment. I'm not at liberty to say.
It's the only fairy I know.
No, let's leave that there.
Well, apart from you at Christmas.
yeah. I told you, still saw from the tree last year.
Yeah, but you wanted to stay on it longer. I don't know why.
Well, no, me neither. Can we change the subject, please?
Yeah, we probably should.
Probably should, really, shouldn't we? Let's talk about something interesting. Let's entertain the people. Give them what they came for. Yes, if we just like to turn off the channel now, we'll go.
Hi, Mike. A fairy know not of what you speak. It's probably because we speak gibberish most of the time, like, innit?
I resemble that remark.
I know, that's why I said it.
I need to go and get my Dewberry WhatsApp for my thingy.
What? That such sense. A Dewberry WhatsApp for your thingy.
Yeah, so it doesn't go flat. Silly. You know what a flat thingy, do you?
Depends what kind of drugs you bought to not have a flat thingy.
Yeah.
That's all, folks. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Hi, Kath. Eloquent as always. I think she means herself, obviously.
Is that Cafe?
Aye, she says hi, Chatty D. Is that your new pet name?
No, it was given to me by another channel, and I'm rebelling against it.
Is this something to do with
George?
Bears?
No. I'm going to take the tablet.
What? What was them even words?
I said, hang on a minute, I'm taking my tablets.
Yeah, but you're not
supposed to... I do take them from time to time.
You're not supposed to be really taking your tablets, like literally at that moment, because then people can't understand what you said.
People can't understand me anyway.
Yeah, it's true. Like.
Especially those in Lancashire. Odd lot. I suppose I've had to put the chat on, haven't I? You know,
Well, it helps so you can read it.
Supposed to read it? I'll hear your voice in a minute.
Oh, don't do that. That's weird. So, what have you been up to today then? Pestering me.
Apart from pestering you, I donated to a food bank this morning.
Lovely. That's nice.
I went to a couple of charity shops in my local villagey towny thing.
Villagey towny thing, yeah.
Called into Lidl. Came back and I've kind of potted and moved stuff. I had a visitor later on this afternoon who called in for a brew. I won't say the name in case they don't want me to. And I've been listing and had a few sales, and that's about it, really. I would spent ages looking for something that was behind the flipping monitor.
Well, I got a big box delivered. I had my back door sorted.
I've heard a rumour you've had your back door shaved, Lainey. Is that true?
Yeah. Yeah, and then the replacing it. I think I've just lost somebody. Well, my phone just told me that I've gone live. Please tell me that's like not that much delayed. Oh no, it's probably my son. Yeah, he
Sorry, just reading Fauna's comment in the chat.
Yeah. Just replying to my son.
Oh, right, okay. I didn't realise it was Mike Dando. Hello, Mike Dando. I didn't have the chat on at the time. I'm not spoke to Mike in ages.
I thought that read, oh, does that make for a smaller entry? I think I was just wishful thinking there. So I don't know.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
You go to a single door, are you? No.
That's fantastic fauna, isn't it? Like the 570.
Yeah.
And then if you add in like the gift aid, it's like nigh on 700, isn't it? Something like that. So really good. Very cool. And I thought I haven't been live for like ages, so I thought I should. You know what I mean? She misspelled smoother. A smoother entry. Getting it shaved, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Amy said, God, he was banging away for ages. I'm not making this easier, am I? Anyway, yeah. And my mattress came, but it's like in a box over there. And of course, usual, nobody knows what to do with it. They just delivered it. Oh, well, your district nurse has to do it. And I'm like, what's she gonna know? Nothing. It's like, honestly, it's so frustrating. It's just like, so I spoke to the guy who usually helps me out and that, and he said he's had an email from them and returned an email, so God knows when it'll be.
I thought you were going to ask your Billy.
I know, but there might be an issue with putting it together because of, you know,
Right, okay.
it not being done right and whatever. And if because it's new, if it's exactly like this one, but I've had this one for like, how long? 2017? So it's 7-year-old. So this one's just, the new one's just been ordered and it could be slightly different. And, you know, it's just easier to get them to do it, innit? So at least I know then it's done by the proper people. That's the main thing, innit? So mostly just spending my time on the phone, talking to people who never listen and getting passed to somebody else who then never listens.
Tell you what, I was telling somebody today, I can't think of the company I was ringing. But you know, you get all the crap music and all the rest of it, and then you get the, you know, all the jargon and
Yeah.
action and all the details and blah blah. Blah. And it always makes me laugh when it says, "We'll use your information for all of our purposes." And you think, so you're just going to use it for anything then?
Mm.
It's kind of like that's our. Oh, we're just going to use it for all of our purposes. Like we've got the right, and I don't know.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Yes, quite a few tabby dodges, Kath. I noticed. What's what I call it, Boris? Cherry posted their local group, Frandy's Man Club, yesterday. Was it today? Might have been yesterday. I can't remember. One of them. Which is nice to see. I won't say that in case she doesn't want me to know. Doesn't want people to know where they are. So Lancashire, I think we'll just stay with that one.
Sylvia says your call is important to us. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Totally true.
Yeah. Your call is placed in the queue. Well, all our
They should just be honest and say, like,
Jean's off on the sick. Mary's having a baby. Tom's having a breakdown because he was hungover and his girlfriend split up with him.
Your call is not important to us. We've got a life, so do one.
Yeah.
Hello, Toby. What turdy, Toby?
Hello, Toby. Hello, Richard.
Hi, Richard. And possibly Joe, or just Joe. Not necessarily. You didn't know, do you?
You don't know, do you?
Yeah.
I think they should let you know, you know.
you know.
Yeah.
So what's everyone been up to in side chat? Anything exciting? Anything magical? Don't know why I'm going magical. Yeah, it's mainly Richard. Apart from on a Wednesday night. Sorry, Richard.
Have to do one.
Yeah, to say do one is such a British thing. It's a good thing though. It's like bollocks. Like to say the word bollocks for like loads of reasons. It's just the best thing ever. It's got to be one of the best phrases. I was watching TikTok earlier or yesterday, and this American was talking about our phrases and saying like so many of them are just amazing and like you don't even realize. Like chuffed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's not word that they've used or heard. Or naff. Something's naff. So yeah.
Sorry, go on.
Kath's puppy is mental, so it'll fit in well, won't it? Just kidding, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so he says, how did we all cope with bonfire night? Well, were all the animals okay? Mine was not. He was very distressed. Very distressed. He stayed on my bed a lot longer than usual. He always comes to my room when he's scared. Always. And yeah. He stayed on my bed for quite a while and then hid behind it. But
that's enough about David. What about Jasper?
Yeah. Jasper was fine. He was just drinking a beer.
Yeah.
No, he really suffers, bless him. Toby's gonna do one more often. Can't stay, hope you're well. Yeah, all good here. Hope you're good. So now you can just do one. All right, Toby.
Yeah.
See you later.
Do one, Sam. Do one.
Pete says there's so many Christmas adverts on the telly. I haven't noticed any, but then haven't really watched any telly as late, so it's probably why. Has the John Lewis one come out yet? Or is that not due yet? Another waste about what, 7 million quid?
It won't be as good as my favourite one anyway. It's the only John Lewis advert there is in the whole world. It's the best advert in the world ever, and it's the one with the penguin. The first The first penguin one they did, not the second one. The second one was a bit naff. But I like the first penguin.
The one with where it's his imagination. He thinks it's real, and then it's
Yeah.
that is super cute, right?
Yeah.
And the little dragon,
Is that the
super
second,
cute. Where
Yeah.
he sets fire to everything and the tie of his mind.
I wasn't as keen on that.
My favourite is the bear and the rabbit. No way gives him an alarm clock so he doesn't miss the tree lighting up with the sunrise.
I'm just a bit confused by
What?
Cass, not Buster on the trampoline.
Yeah, not bulldog. What kind of dog is it? Boxer. It's a boxer dog, and the parents buy their daughter a trampoline for Christmas, and it's looking out the window watching, and then there's like a fox and a rabbit and a hedgehog and squirrel and everything jumping on the trampoline, and he's like so sad because he wants to do it. So on the morning when the girl gets to go out to see her present, he runs past the girl and jumps on the trampoline to start jumping on it.
Right. Oh, I don't remember that one.
And then there's the Man on the Moon one as well.
Yeah.
Where she sends him a telescope to see her from billions of miles away, which is kind of a bit weird. Having someone stare in your window from the moon. Do you think?
Yes. Yeah, it's a bit. Yes.
Sweet but weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the bear and the rabbit one's my favourite probably. But I do really like the penguin one, and I do really like Edgar, as Kath said, is his name. Because he's cute.
Got a really, really, really easy music question from me.
Go on then.
And for the chat if they want to join in. No Googling, anybody? Which is the penguin one, the first penguin one. What was the name of the artist that sang the song?
Is that the one that goes, oh no, I best not because it'll be a mess.
Well, that's what I wanted you to say because I didn't want to.
It's saying, it's real love.
Yeah.
That one.
On the piano, yeah. Anybody? Anybody in the
I
chat?
don't know. Nora Jones.
No, it was a fella.
Was it? I thought it was a woman.
Nope.
Ed Sheeran.
It's not that mainstream of a singer.
Lee wants to know if it was Elbow.
No. And it wasn't his knees either.
Oh, he was.
Nick Berry.
Well, I do. Don't know about the chat, but I've give up.
It was a guy called Tom O'Dell.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've heard of him, but I don't really...
Yeah, that's what I say. It wasn't mainstream.
I mean...
Tom O'Dell, Real Love.
It's a nice song.
Isn't it stupid? I mean, you know what I'm like with music. I remember stupid things like that.
What was Christmas number 1 in 1981? I was 6. I mean, you were about 35, but...
Wow.
Oh, I know that song. I'm not going to sing it because I'll kill it, but Another Love.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was Christmas number 1, 1981. We need Nick for that kind of thing.
Yeah, we need an old person like Nick.
Yeah. I can't even think. Oh, it's Don't You Want Me by the Human League. So it wasn't even a Christmas song, essentially.
Yeah, true.
Unless someone got dumped on Christmas Eve. And it was a Christmas song for them.
Very quickly before the old man, before Nick comes in, it's Nick's 50th birthday on the 8th of December. If anybody wants to, contribute towards, getting him anything to do with Nick Berry and sending it to him for his birthday, please feel free to do so. Just, if it was anybody else, it was Sharon's idea. Okay.
What about the hoo-ha with M&S ad being cancelled? No,
I've heard of it, but I don't know about it.
It was because apparently paper hats were put in a fire. So Christmas paper hats, but it represented, which flag was it? I can't even remember. Some flag of some country. And people started saying, because of the order it was put in. And I'm like, Christ, you could do that with any. Palestine, that's it. Palestine's flag. You could do that with anything though, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Unless you had them all white and
Yeah, well then you'd be in trouble again, wouldn't you?
Kath said it was really bad for many other reasons. I haven't seen it, so I'm not really sure, but sometimes I feel like things get took out of proportion.
Yes.
They looked a bit like it, apparently. But I'm just trying to think of paper hats in general, and they did come in all varieties of colours, didn't they?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, like I said, I haven't seen it, so I seen Buble defrosted, and he was for Asda's.
All right. Defrosted for Christmas.
The advert was filmed before the war started. Exactly, Kevin. So, how could it even, have any resemblance? They probably just got those hats. I mean, would you be that specific on, the colour of the hat? Because party hats are party hats, isn't it?
Wasn't the carrot Aldi rather than Lidl? I'm not what's it in, but
I don't know who's. No, I think he is Lidl's carrot, isn't he? Lidl's carrot. Yeah. Oh no, Kath says Aldi. Hello to me. Aldi and Lidl are the same anyway.
Wow, no, worlds apart. Absolutely worlds apart.
They sell exactly the same stuff. It's just packaged different. Totally do.
My local one is Lidl, but I do prefer Aldi.
Yeah.
It's swinging around. There's stuff I like in both, but overall, as a store, I do prefer Aldi than Lidl.
I like the odd things, but I'm not I can't do a full shop there. It's just not my thing.
Is that because Willy Wonka's due out soon, Kath? I think it's out on my birthday, December the 14th.
Kath was saying that the M&S advert had highlighted all the bad stuff about Christmas, like board games and losers. But I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing about Christmas. To me, it's just part of it, sort of someone going, I'm not playing anymore. I didn't do that. You know what I mean? That was probably me as a kid, to be fair. When my sister always seemed to win on Monopoly and I didn't. She always seemed to land, not on my houses. And it's just, not fair. But still. Hi, Chris. What's going on here? Party, obviously. Not really. Somebody says, I got a little for a specific type of lettuce. I'm that bougie. I thought that said bushy at first, but I won't go on there. My God, I need my eyes on my head. I mean, I just looked over there, but on my head. Actually, the staying there because covering my bald patch, and that's really rare. Hi, Laura. Hi, Sean. Oh dear, let's see what he's wrote now.
Oh, here we
I would
go.
just like to send my best wishes to Jasper. I am told the poor soul was terrified by a Dolly Parton porno movie on Bob Night. Not sure if therapy is going to wash that 9 to 5 from his memory. Yeah, bless him. It did sound a bit, when I listened to her back, it did sound a bit weird. But she was actually meant to be an angel, and I didn't even know why I was watching it. It was just absolute pile of shite from the 90s. Yeah, it was a Christmas film. Christmas porno, apparently.
Oh, well.
But, you know, it did sound a bit odd when you. And to be fair, Christmas Angel Dolly Parton's probably worse than a porno, isn't it?
You asking me? Hang on a minute. Why are you asking me?
Because you're the only one who can answer fully. Like,
Yeah, fair point. Yeah, all right, okay. Yeah.
but you know, I have to wait for their answer.
Yeah, fair enough. Was it on her album, that 95? Greatest Hits album?
And
Dolly Parton.
greatest hits album is that?
Yeah, Dolly Parton's biggest hit. Biggest hits.
Yes, I heard.
Yeah.
I heard.
Yeah.
She says just listen to her back, folks. It was filth. Is that Joy or Joy? Because I can't see.
Joy. Joy from Staffordshire. Nice part of the world.
Nice. Hello and welcome. I hope you stay. Just ignore anything we say and you'll be fine.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't listen to anything. You'll be
It's just pre-warning. Hi, Chrissy.
Hi, Chrissy.
What am I hearing now?
Wasn't me, it was Lainey.
Words, hopefully. Are these words that we're saying?
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of, aye.
Yeah, kind of. Some of them are, some of them aren't. Some of
On
them
my reaction channel, right, someone said, he went, hello, pet. And he went, oh, you're a canny lass because you're a Geordie. I was like, no, I'm not like. Well, I mean, I am a canny lass, but I'm not a Geordie.
Oh, yeah.
There's a Mackham. People always say I'm a Geordie, but just have to get over it, I suppose.
Yeah, well, you know.
It keeps happening. Innit?
Innit, bruv.
Yeah, and to be fair, yous are my friends and yous do it to me, so I've got you.
I do. Oh, hang on a minute.
Pick on me and call me Geordie.
Yeah. I don't know. So have we all done our Christmas shopping? Everything's ready to go. Pardon?
Actually, Bob.
But I heard that noise was my phone.
I actually bought 5 things.
Have you?
Yep. I got my 2 nieces, my niece's partners, so that's 4, and part of my great nephews. So that's kind of it. It's not bad. Considering I had nothing the day before.
Just amuse yourself for a minute. I just need to reply to a message.
All right.
And I can't multitask.
No worries, Sean. Nice to see you. Take care. And it wasn't porn.
That's where Sean's going. He's off to watch porn.
Yeah, it's going to watch Dolly Parton's porn. Yeah. It had Jasper shaking, so he thought he'd have a go. He should have. Someone help me. I've been away for so long, I just need help.
Lainey, you said that out loud, okay? Just say.
Yeah, I know. Do you know the worst thing is, right? I was thinking about it the other day. And then you used to call them if my kids ever have kids, and then they have kids, and you know the score, how that works.
Yeah. I'm kind of aware of the process. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, how long does things stay on YouTube for? You know, after you've gone, because like, yeah, that could be quite embarrassing. Can you imagine? Like, I don't know. 100 years' time if it's still available.
Yeah.
I doubt it will be. I'm sure they'll have got rid of it by then. They're like, no one remembers. I know, it's fine. But if it isn't and people can listen, it's going to be weird.
But really, when you think of things that have happened in the last 5 years on the tubes, and
tubes,
they've got a lot to watch, haven't they? Really.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I mean, it can't all be kept, can it? Surely, like,
no.
Surely.
No.
And I think probably after you've not used it for so long, it might just disappear, mightn't it? I don't know. I don't know how they work it.
Good evening, Mr. Landry.
Kath said, Ian is an equal opportunity abuser. It's not just you, Lainey. I think because, like, we speak quite a lot, it feels like it's just me. I mean, to be fair, you get, I give as good as I get, like, doesn't get all way with it. So, it's that right.
Ian has looked at magazines on the process.
Yeah, I was wondering what that was.
Oh, because we were talking about having kids and grandkids, and how it works and all that. Add bed, take away clothes, divide legs, and multiply, and all that.
Hi, Stu. Hi, Lauren.
Other services are available.
Nice to see. She says, nice to see you, Lainey. Re-YouTube. It's forever. Like, yeah. Can you imagine, though? Can you imagine, like, me great-great-great-grandchild going, oh, this was my great-great-grandmother, and I'm going about knocking me back doors in and stuff. It's not really good, is it?
Not good, is it? Mind you, when you think about, Nick's, great-great-grandchildren watching him stroke his hair as dressed as the Spice Girl.
Yeah.
He
wins. He wins on that one, doesn't he?
Or Steve Green saying, oh, baby Spice, have I got a talk? I'm
not London. On Barbie.
Baby Spice.
Hi, Sean. Chris says Lainey puts on her census that she's a YouTube star, and Ian puts on his. He's a quiz champion.
Yeah. Champion.
That's about right. Sylvia reckons most of it will be tucked away on the web so great-great-great-great-grandkids can watch you, equivalent to our old dusty photo albums. Yeah, but they're not quite as offensive. And
a picture just like still, isn't it?
Unless your old dirty photo albums contain some quite risky pictures.
I have heard that about Fauna's pictures, actually. I heard a rumour.
I heard a rumour.
Yeah.
Heard a rumour. They say it was a broken heart. Big Bananarama popping in your head. Oh, very good. No, it's just you because you said a word and then it triggered.
Well,
Triggers my brain.
Right. About half an hour ago, I said to you, I need to go and get my charger before my phone dies.
Mm-hmm.
It's now going, put the bloody lead in. So I'm going to go and get my lead. I'll be back in a minute.
All right.
You're in charge, okay?
Weird that, isn't it? Weird. Oh, dear. Chucking things around. I need to get back out and about so I can do some videos and stuff because I haven't really been anywhere and haven't really done anything. And apparently there's a clicking noise on my wheelchair on one side, and I actually thought it was like a stone that's just getting stuck. But he reckons something to do with the motor, so they're going to replace the motor, but God knows how long that takes. He said I could still use it, but I'm a bit nervous about going anywhere, like, other than round the doors, really, because if anything happens, can't get back, especially if it involves a bank or a hill or an incline or whatever those things are called. So, I don't know, but I would like to get into the town before before Christmas, essentially, which doesn't leave that much time because there's not that much time to Christmas, is there? But I'd like to. I'm drinking pure orange. It's not that exciting, Joy. Pure orange. No alcohol. I haven't had alcohol in a year. Well, It'll be a year on New Year's, I think. I don't know. Anyone who was here last New Year, did I drink? Because I can't remember. I think I did. But then I haven't had any since then, if that was the last time. So I've decided I'm going to wait the rest of the time and just do the full year. I've done it before, actually. But then I'm not much of a drinker anyway, so I like it now and then. Now and then. Yeah, Sylvia used to have her own dark room because that's the bonus of being a photographer. Chris, according to Google, there's approximately 1 billion videos on YouTube and 37 million channels. Imagine how many there'll be in 10 years. God. I can't even begin to contemplate that. But then, won't there be something else by then? Won't there be something more cool and whatever? Will YouTube ever just become nothing? Not nothing, but if you think about, like, say, MySpace or whatever, it's not heard of now, is it? But it was huge at one point. So there's got to be something else that comes in, isn't there? Takes over. Did David keep topping up the battery while you were in hospital? No, he didn't. Weirdly enough, just before I went in, I'd fully charged it, actually. But then when I came out, I fully charged it. But the clicking sound, he thinks is something to do with the airlock brakes or the brushes not holding on properly. And when I was talking to him, I was saying to him that I have this thing where if I have to go up or down a bank, well, normally down a bank, that I have to plan where I'm going to crash, which sounds really weird, but I get worried that the airlock brakes will not work or something, and so I'll be going down a bank and it'll just go off. But as if if I've got somewhere I know I can crash, then I'm all right. Which I'm not really, because I don't want to crash at all. But yeah, it's just that one of the banks that I come down leads out straight into I don't know what they're called, Ian, with these roads. It's like this traffic goes both ways and there's 2 lanes on each side.
Dual carriageway.
But I don't know if it's busy enough to be classed as a dual carriageway. I always call it the big road, when I cross it.
Yeah.
It's got a set of traffic lights in the middle where you can, like an island thing where you can stop. But
I don't know what they call them in Ireland.
90% of the time, the railings around it have been bashed in, and you're thinking, "Oh my God, people crash into this quite often." And I'm like sitting on it, you know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, it always fixes out, so I have to plan it in my head. And then someone said to us, "Well, yeah, we've got to trust a car just the same way." I can't remember who said it. Someone did. When we're going down a bank, because if the brakes go, you know what I mean? And I'm like, "Oh yeah," and I never really thought about it in that way. And then I thought, "Oh man, that gives me 2 worries now, because now I'm worried that my brakes go, but I'm already worried if yours going on."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh my God, I wouldn't go anywhere. I wouldn't end up going anywhere if I dwelled on it too much." So
yeah, it's one of them, isn't it, really?
Yeah. Sean's saying it's hard to believe it's nearly Christmas again. It's just flying and making him feel old. Yeah, it's just flew. The shares really flew. I mean, I haven't said that, but nearly half of it in hospital, so I suppose that's not going to help, is it? Hi, Sarah. She says, "I was just thinking of MySpace and redundant MSN Messenger." Yeah, but they were so cool, weren't they? And everyone used Yahoo, and then now nobody does, do they? Really, it's not heard of.
I got somebody gave me an email recently with AOL.
Bloody hell!
I thought
I used to have Wanna Do internet. Wanna Do, and then it changed to Orange.
one of my past email addresses was, I think it was NTL World before it became Virgin Media or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Was no Wooking Furries at NTL World.
No walking furries.
Yeah. You have to make sure you say it right.
Cherry started on Hab Hotel. What is that?
No idea.
What is that class? What's Habo? I hope I'm saying it right. Habu. I would say Habu, wouldn't it? Just over 6 weeks to Christmas. How did that happen? I don't know. I really don't. Sylvie says, I had Blue Yonder. God, I remember that. Blue Yonder.
Yeah. Fine.
Well, what I do, change to orange. And then it was like, oh, you don't have to change your email address, blah, blah. And I had that for ages. And then everything now is just Gmail, innit? Gmail or Hotmail. Sarah said, I spent half the year waiting for summer to arrive. Yeah, I think we're still waiting for that, haven't we? It didn't really happen, did it?
We had the summer this year. We had a bit of a hot spell in June, didn't we? Apart from that, was about it.
Yeah.
I mean, hot weather anyway, particularly. But
For 5 minutes. Well, like you, I don't really like hot weather. I like it night. I like it so you can like wear a t-shirt, but there's a warm breeze, and you know what I mean. Like that would be nice, but still. Sarah says before NTL it was Diamond Cable. I don't remember Diamond Cable.
Yeah.
I remember BSB. Was it
Sky? That was Sky.
Broadband Sky thing? But it was. Why was it BSB though?
British. No, it was British. I don't know.
British Sky Broadcasting. British Sky Broadcasting, and then it just changed to Sky.
Sure, somebody will pick it up in the chat.
Oh, so Habu or Haribo Hotel was a bit like messenger chat rooms.
I'd like to go to the Haribo Hotel.
Haribo, yeah. I know I'm not a gift fan, to be honest. I like the is it the cherries they do? Oh no, the big strawberries. I like the strawberries that they do. I'm not that keen on Haribo. I'm not a good jelly sweet person.
All right, okay.
I mean, I'll eat them. Then again, I'll eat out, so it's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, that one, yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody, well, yeah, I won't mention names, but somebody I was talking about the other day, we were talking about when you used to have, like the newspaper, I'm assuming you have like the Geordie News or whatever it's called. Used to be a local newspaper, you have to have Lonely Hearts in the back of it. You used to ring up the numbers and leave messages for, people you're interested in. And one of my friends got together and married the woman that he met out there. Graham and Tracy.
Graham and Tracy.
Tracy. No longer with us, Graham. Tracy is.
Oh.
Yeah. He's like
so he wants to get up Scotland in the snow with her doggos.
I'm going in December. I'll go for you, so for.
I don't know that place. Maybe the Cairngorms?
Cairngorms, yeah.
Is that right?
There's a lot of snow up there.
I was thinking of a Cairn Terrier. Is that where them is from?
I don't know. It's better.
Sarah says, while we're talking about treats, what's your favourite Christmas naughty treat? All of them.
All of them. Yeah. It's a difficult one, that one.
Sylvia says, take me, Ian, with you, not like sexual. Sexual. I think she meant sexual, but sexual is it.
Yeah, I'm not doing sexual or sexual fauna, sorry.
Yeah, I don't know, because I just love Christmas dinner. Like, to me, Christmas dinner is like a normal Sunday dinner, but on steroids, essentially.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because nobody usually does pigs in blankets throughout the year, that kind of thing. It's just, I don't know why we don't. You know? I don't know why we don't.
Yeah, I like cheese and crackers.
Yeah. It's that again, isn't it? Why don't we enjoy it whenever? Because it's available.
Yeah,
But we just
Man, you
we seem to just have it like then. Do you like fancy cheeses, Joy? Because I'm a bit like I can't do Stilton. I can't do the like moldy cheeses, but I like a strong cheese. I like a good mature.
She likes the cheese like a man. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the mature. Yeah.
Mature, yeah.
But not grey.
Yeah, not green with bits in.
Yeah, not green with bits in. Snowballs by the bucket. I mean the drink, right? And I would have had this. I think I'd probably prefer. Have I had Snowball? I think I have. There was like Snowballs were like really fancy at the same time as Baby Sham, weren't it? Or was it just me? No.
I'm laughing at what Sarah said. Sorry.
Oh.
Sorry, what were you saying, lady? Sorry.
I forgot. Snowball. The drink Snowball, wasn't it around the same time as
Wasn't there a
Baby
Snowball
Sham?
at some stage?
Baby Shams.
Oh yeah, there's definitely a Baby Sham out there.
Uh-huh. Stu says, single man would like to meet single buxom blonde. Interests include music, watching films, and romantic walks. Good sense of humour, 8 inches, that sort of thing. I'm like totally lost on what that was in reference to. What do you like at Christmas? Was that?
Yeah. No, I was talking about the dating, about the thing.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Someone shared a thing about like what would your dog advertisement be, and I was like, hi, I'm Jasper. What was it I wrote? I like to sniff bums and bits, but I don't like it done to me. Because I'll get aggressive or something. And was it all right? Look, has a fetish for ripping up toilet roll. But never wipes me off with it. No, it's just something like that anyway.
Oh my God.
Kath says, are you cooking for us all on Christmas Day, Ian?
No, I shall be cooked for. I'm going to Scotland for Christmas.
Yeah. Cooked for.
Yes.
Yeah, my brother's doing Christmas. So that's nice. Sarah says, I think a few men ran those dating lines expecting a sexy woman called Jill and got creepy Neville who liked plastic pants.
Yeah.
Fauna says, oh my God, my Uber cheese boards. We had 36 different cheeses. Wow.
Christ, I'm going to Faunas. I'm going to Faunas for Christmas. I changed my mind.
Yeah, Sarah doesn't like pigs in blankets. Mate, if you don't like it, you don't like it.
Yeah, it's fine, isn't it? Yeah.
But why do you not like it, Sarah? Why?
Yeah, come on, why? What a decent reason.
Well, if you say she's vegan or vegetarian, then that's okay. That's a decent reason.
That's I think probably get vegetarian sausage, which always makes me laugh, really, because you think, well, if you don't like, sausage, why would you just have it made of vegetables? I don't know.
Yeah, but then what would you call it?
Yeah.
But if you didn't call it a sausage,
it's like they might have the fake sausage that made bacon that's made to look like bacon. And you think, well, well, I don't get it.
That looks the fake bacon reminds me of the bacon you used to get for your toy wooden toy set.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it looks like to me. Joy loves the blue cheeses. I can't get away with blue cheese. I just don't know why. Sean says, I'm not fussed. I just have the dinner and coffee afterwards, and that's all really. Lauren says, an M&S Cornish cruncher. Oh, I wonder what that is.
It's not just M&S. Sorry, it's not just Cornish Crunch. It's M&S Cornish Crunch.
Yeah, Cornish crunch.
Whatever you said.
Cornish cruncher. I'll get it right in a minute. I keep trying to say extra words. Joy bought some Premier cheese spread. I love Premier cheese spread, but the problem is, right? I used to get the little Ritz crackers, and then I just squirted on the thing, and then just eat them. Oh, I would have them with crisps and just squirted on a crisp and then eat. And then you get wrong off your mother.
So I went into McDonald's the other day for this salad, right?
For a salad, yeah.
And they'd run out of salad bags. So I thought, what else can I have while I'm here? Because I don't want to fall down the drain, while I'm out. And I ended up getting a Philly cheeseburger. What do they call it? Philly cheeseburger? Yeah, I think they call it.
Philly steak thingy, aye.
And it was actually quite nice. I would recommend it.
I think, dear, we tried it, but I don't know what you thought. Yeah. Sarah says, for those cheese lovers, would you try cheese full of maggots? No. No. I would not.
I don't know why people have wine and cheese parties. I just have the cheese.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of wine.
Somebody else can have the wine.
Whining, I'm a fan of.
Well, that's it.
But different. And I know you are.
Wow. Wow. For those of you that are thinking being abused, again, press 1. For those who don't care, press 2. Yeah, I know already what people are going to press.
Oh, so Cornish cruncher is a very strong cheddar cheese. Sounds lovely.
Oh.
I would try that. Yeah, the reason Sarah doesn't like them is because she doesn't really like bacon, which is a bit
okay.
Again, but yeah, no one is on your side. Everyone's saying 2.
Joy's only just got here and she's picking on me already. You seen this?
She knows the routine, see? She knows how it works.
God,
This is how it works. Kath says you can have a veggie finger, so what would veggie sausages be? Sarah said, would vegan sausages be called not sausages? Not sausages. Not sausages.
Are we going back to Sean Connery again, are we?
Yeah, Sean Connery, aye. Sylvie said she saw Premier cheese with paprika once, but I've not seen it since. I've never seen Premier cheese with paprika. I've seen it with shrimp, which is not just prawns, because I don't know. I've seen it with ham. I've seen it with chives. So yeah. She says she knows Lex, so she knows the skull. That's how it works. That's how it works, isn't it?
And to be fair, Lex has done nothing but bully me in the past, like everybody else.
It's just how it works.
Yeah. Keep coming back for more, though, don't I?
Yep.
What does that tell you?
Notice he never really complains about it. Like, he complains about it, but then, yeah. If it really bothered him, he just wouldn't come back, would he?
Yeah.
And to be fair, he likes to, take the mick himself now and then.
How very I do.
How very I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, how very I do. Indeed. Yeah. It's strange, isn't it?
Philadelphia with chocolate in it.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that. But then, I suppose if you think about it, it's chocolate cheesecake, isn't it?
Yeah, but
I can't eat that like that.
No.
either, to be honest. But I love cheesecake. It's like my dream. It's like my favourite. So we said, does he complain or moan? Both.
Hurry, Fairy, don't push your luck. Sneezing your fairy dust. It sounds wrong now, said out loud. Anyway, let's.
Yeah, I'm just pleased you added dust. What's the one thing people love on their Christmas dinner that you could like just take off, like do without? What do you think about that? I mean,
Sprouts. I don't want sprouts on mine.
I love sprouts, man.
No.
You know what it is for me? Carrots.
Oh no, I love carrots.
I love raw carrot. I don't like cooked carrot. I don't know what happens in the process of cooking it.
You're the same as my sister. She likes raw carrot, but doesn't like cooked, and I like cooked and don't like raw.
I love because you take all the like to me like raw carrots got loads of flavour and stuff like, and then when you cook it, it's took all the flavour out. And what's the point of that?
I don't know. It still has flavour. It's if you overcook it, it takes the.
No, but it's not the same.
Oh, Joy, I'm sorry, Joy. You can't get rid of roast potatoes.
I love roasted potatoes. Yeah. Roasted potatoes.
But yeah, easy for you.
So she does love cheesecake though, so she's got good taste there because cheesecake's the best cake, and like Lotus Biscoff cheesecake is just heaven. For no, Sylvie wants you to punish her by dragging out to Scotland. I don't know if she means buy her hair or something. I don't know.
Well, with the first time, it won't be the last, probably.
Chris would leave parsnips off. I'm not fussed by parsnips. I'll eat them if they're there, but I'm not bothered.
I like roast parsnips.
Cass would leave off cranberry sauce or bread sauce. I'm not fussed by them either. So I'm happy to leave them. Mashed potatoes, Sylvia. Why would you not want mashed potatoes? I like mashed potatoes. Not as much as I like roast potatoes, though. But yeah. But I suppose if you don't like them, you don't like them, do you? It's one of them things. I don't think Sarah likes parsnips either. And Sylvia thinks parsnips are the bomb. And Sean steams his carrots, so I'm guessing that'll keep the flavour.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure we do. I'm sure my brother does because he's got like a 4-tier steamer thingy, Majogly. So I'm sure he does, but...
Majogly, is that a brand?
Yeah. Thingy Majogly. That's all the brands. Sarah doesn't like sweet and savoury together. I don't like sweet and sour. Ooh, onion sauce. Is that just like gravy with onion in it, I'm guessing? Sylvia can't eat potatoes now and it makes her sad. I'll eat them for you, Sylvia. And you can have all the honey roast carrots. That's a deal.
Eat your carrots like you see in the dark. You remember that as a kid?
Yeah.
That's what they see in the light, man. They're bloody dark.
Yeah. It's not the same when you're older. Is it? Christmas and that?
No.
I mean, I used to love Christmas, but I just lost all the spirit, really. I don't bother putting stuff up now. I don't, you know what I mean? My brother brings my dinner. I see my daughter for a couple hours, and that's about it, really.
Chris Tyler, you told me I was your sexy voice. You two-timing. Yeah, you and me both, Stu.
Oh, it's like bread sauce with onions. See, I don't think I've had bread sauce. Have you?
Yeah, ages ago.
So I'm guessing, is it made of bread? Which would be the logical thing, but sometimes.
Yeah, somewhere along those lines. Yeah.
You've got a voice for radio, apparently.
Who has?
You?
Do you know? Years ago, do you remember? Oh, what was it called? Was it Midnight Caller? Where he had Jack Killian, he had the radio show in America.
Oh, yeah.
A part-time investigator as well. And he used to do that late night radio show, and that was something I always wanted to do. But,
Ah.
I decided to be a Stig and a Numpty instead.
Sarah says it's true because you don't see rabbits wearing glasses.
Yeah.
It's a true point. And Stu said he's usually had enough of Christmas by the 1st of December, which is, it's pretty true, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to leave you on your own a minute.
Okay.
I know. It's terrible, isn't it? But
I'll talk to this rebel, don't worry.
Yeah, talk to the people. And I'll be back.
All right,
Barney.
Go to the chopper.
Bye.
Bye. Right. Come on, let's have a party and wreck the place. I mean, yeah, something like that. 1st of December, they're starting the adverts for the January sales, and the, park campers have started putting the things out for, hampers for the next Christmas and all that. DFS are having a sale, shock horror. Are DFS still going, or is it SCS or CSL or JSL or JLS or hang on, they're a band on it, whatever. But yeah, I was telling a group of people the other day that I'm going for my birthday. I'm being bought a ticket to go and see James Blunt next May, which is going to be a new one for me. Probably not somebody I'd have chosen, to be fair, but yeah, I'm told it's quite a good show, so something a bit different. Something a bit different. I think there's about 7 or 8 of us going, I think, down in Lancashire. We don't talk about it. Charlotte Tilbury adverts featuring Elton John have been on YouTube since early October. Elton John. I thought he was supposed to be stopping performing now, or is that not true? I don't know. Him and Cliff Richard, Laney's favourite. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean, Kath. Kath? Fauna. We're wrong in sale, yeah. I think it would be easier for DFS to let us know when they're not having a sale rather than when they're having a sale, to be honest. I think that's probably an easier option. Oh, right, okay. With you. So are we all staying at home for Christmas, or are we all going off to different places, or? I mean, apart from, Fauna who's coming to Scotland with me, apparently. As long as she brings a cheese board with her. Who's going where? Who's stopping at home, shutting the door and not caring about anybody outside? Who's got that family member coming that they don't really want to, but they do it because they do it every year? Joy staying home in Staffordshire. You don't have to, Joy, but whereabouts roughly in Staffordshire? Yeah. Yeah, still my favourite. Well, one of my favourite Christmas adverts is the penguin one. Tom Odell. Don't know why. Maybe because I like penguins, and not just the chocolate ones. Trying to avoid it to me. Anyway, once every 4 years. That's not a bad idea, actually, Sarah. That'd suit me. All right, yeah. Stoke-on-Trent, yeah. Yes, nice part of the world. I wanted to go away.
I'm back.
Oh, God. She's back. Lainey's back. Back again.
Back again.
Oh, here we go. Bye.
Bye.
Comes in and goes out. I don't know. Chatsworth House. Very nice, Lauren. Been there a few times. Quite a few times over the years. Don't know this year as we used to go to mum's, which passed 9 months. Oh, sorry to hear that, Sean. Yeah, my mum passed 4 years ago, and every Christmas since, I go to my friends in Scotland, a place called Selkirk, if anybody's heard of Selkirk, or not far from Selkirk. Yeah, so for the last 4 years I've gone there, and then I go down to Manchester for New Year. So, yeah, that's the plan. But, yeah. Yeah, Chatsworth House is nice. It isn't, Sean. And, you know, I've had it happen to me, and there's no real advice other than, you know, you do you. You know what I mean? Don't worry about anybody else. You deal with it how you want to deal with it. Do what you do. You know, do what you want to do, and don't do what you don't want to do. I think is the only advice there. Yeah, it's a difficult one, but yeah. Yeah, agree, Sarah. You know, I think it was the range near us that had stuff in August. You know, and it's like, you know, and I think it was in Lidl the other day. I was talking to one of the staff that was waiting to get served, and they were saying they'd had Christmas stuff in for like 3 months in the back. You know, and it's like, I appreciate obviously it's all got distributed and all that, but you just think, you know, right, you live quite a bit from your mum, do you, Chrissy? I don't know whereabouts in the world you are. Well, obviously where in the UK you are. But yeah, no buses is a nightmare. I'm fairly rural where I am. I had a few months without transport from June, July, August. Yeah, about the end of August, I think. So about 3 months all in all. I had no transport, and I had my postman bringing me milk and bread, you know, because he does. And I was ordering shopping online and getting my post collected for eBay and all that sort of stuff. It was doable, but it wasn't great. But yeah, it's so I imagine sort of Christmas was particularly because you can't ask friends as well Christmas Day, can you? You know, because obviously they're doing stuff with their families and stuff. So, oh, Dorset, yeah, nice part of the world. I would like to live down there, but yeah, as I'm sure you're aware, it's become very expensive. Very expensive. I suppose where you are. I suppose there's different places in Poole and varying prices, but I think, you know, across the UK, everybody's just gone up this year, hasn't it? Well, for the last 2 or 3 years. I actually, I'm in Cumbria now, but I actually wanted to go because I moved from Yorkshire. But I wanted to go to Scotland, but trying to get somewhere up there at the time I moved, which is just over a year ago, was an absolute nightmare. Oh, sorry to hear that, Lauren. Yeah, Chatsworth. I first started going to Chatsworth I was probably about 17, 18, when the then Lombard RAC rally used to go from there. And then obviously, you could go around the house, and then the rally was at night and stuff. But yeah, nice part of the world. We actually, I couldn't believe this when I first came here. I thought somebody was winding me up. We haven't actually got a local taxi firm. It's in the main town, and because by the time you've paid for them to get here and then tell you where they're going, it's a fortune. So yeah, we haven't got a local taxi firm here. Oh right, yeah. I've lived in Manchester. I'm not Manc per se, but I've whereabouts in Manchester, Lauren, if you don't mind me asking, roughly. Yeah, I'm south of Carlisle, and I'm quite rural where I am. I'm quite lucky in that respect. My neighbours are literally cows, and yeah, talking of nice parts of the world is near from lovely Wales, which is probably the worst Welsh impression she's ever heard in her life. Lainey's done a run in here. I haven't done her in. But yeah, again, I like Wales. As somewhere to move to. But we all like our places, don't we? Oh, here's another Welsh one. They're all coming in together. The Welsh are coming in numbers. Good evening, Ali. Yes, Sarah, yeah. Maiden, yeah, put your clothes on the maiden in front of the fire. Yeah, absolutely. I was impressed in getting better. Oh, yeah. Bit more practice. I'm working on it. The Welsh have arrived. Yeah. You should have had music for an entrance, some big music so you both walk in together, But, yeah. We're just saying what people are doing for Christmas, Nia and Ali. If you want to share, you don't have to, but that's what we're talking about. I moved to Scotland, still on hold. Let's open. Family commitments. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those. I mean, I can't believe I've been where I am for a year already. It has flown by. But I did I did thousands of miles going from where I was in Yorkshire then, just going back to Scotland, or I'd stop over for a week and then you come back and then want to come up and you'd shoot back up. And, oh, yeah, it was a nightmare. I think I will get up there eventually, but it's difficult because where I am now, it would be difficult to find somewhere there for the same money. Because I do have I've got a 3-bed house, but there's outbuildings. So to get that up there, I'd probably pay another 200 or 300 quid a month, effectively. So, yeah, anyway. Oh, everybody's talking at once. I'm not doing much. Got the week off, luckily, though. Oh, good. Good to hear you. Home for Christmas. Everybody comes here and I cook it. Right, everybody round to Alice for Christmas Day. Bring a bottle. All right. Newton on the Heath.
Sorry about that.
Jesus Christ. Do that.
Oh, God. Stressful minutes.
Everything all right? Or do you not want to?
Yeah, just some idiots in where my son works because they're thieving, you know.
Right, okay.
And they were threatening the assistant. Didn't threaten David, who, as he said, I'm a big lad. Didn't do it to me, did he? Did it to the 60-year-old assistant lady that he was on with.
I didn't
She
know.
was all crying. The police that have been.
60-year-old. They didn't know David worked with Nick.
Nah. So he was just telling us basically.
We were just talking about Christmas and where people are going and what people are doing and whether they're staying at home or
Right.
And where people are from and moving house and that sort of thing. Really, is a brief sum up.
Hi, Ali. I don't know who else is new coming, but
Nia, Ali.
hello.
I think that's it. New people.
This is Ian's memory. Nia, Ali. There you go.
Yeah. Well, they kind of made a Welsh entrance. They should have had some some music of some description really. That they walked it together should have been fireworks and music, but they sneaked in.
Sneaked in.
They did.
Yeah. So yeah, the place where he works, it's constantly getting hit, man. And they're so blatant, they'll just come in and like take a slab of beer and walk back out. And the thing is like nothing can be done. They've got a panic alarm in the shop, which obviously was pressed because of what was happening. But police come, they dean out.
Yeah.
It's annoying because they know they can get away with it because they'll say, I'll see it tomorrow, like blatantly, because they know they can get away with it. Nothing will
be on each of the social media. I've just had this from such and such a place, and we just went in and got it. We could, covered our faces up and had the hoodies on.
I mean, he only took. I'm saying he only took, but he only took like, I think it was a pack of 10 alcoholic cans of some description. That's all he took. You know what I mean? But it's not the point. Why be like? He was like screaming at her and stuff, and saying he knew where she lived and everything. And obviously she got frightened. David walked her home. That's what he was just saying. He walked her home to make sure she was home. But yeah, it's just annoying.
Yeah, the frustrating thing
Hello.
Pardon?
Hi.
Hello.
I didn't know you were live.
I know it was someone over there above you in the corner, like just pestering me.
Whoa. I was messaged by a special fairy that's not far.
No, that you messaged me. You rang me this afternoon.
I think you need help if you're listening to fairies.
Well, a particular fudge fairy. Let's just say that.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah.
Have I missed the quiz? Have you done a quiz or something?
Yeah, we've done it.
No, I didn't do a quiz.
Oh, I thought you were like doing quizzes again or something.
No, it was just a random. He rang me this afternoon. He was like, "You're gonna go live tonight?" I was like, "No, I can't be bothered." Blah blah. Like I was a bit whingy, I have to admit. And he was like, "Just do it, man, and you'll feel better." And he rang us again at 8:30, saying that Sylvia had messaged him, asking if I was going live, and
I see.
So then he started putting it on her, of course. Saying,
yeah.
Your fans are like, I was going to say gagging for you to go live, but that's not the right word.
Yeah. Probably some are more than others, but yeah. Let's not go there. Hello, you.
You need to start doing your quizzes again.
I know.
Yeah.
We were talking about that because I was saying, we were talking about it earlier, and he was like banishment, and I was like, I suppose I could get a couple of people to do it. Like George just said he would do it, and I could possibly ask Lindsay and Alvin and a couple others possibly. I don't know, maybe. But I don't know. I'm like, because I don't like doing the same thing all the time. I like to change things. Otherwise,
people love quizzes, don't they?
Yeah.
You can just have a little season of quiz and then a season of Banish Bin and then a season of chat or whatever.
Mm. Just chop it and change it.
Yeah. I noticed my pictures disappeared. I had to clear cookies on my computer the other day because something went weird. And I think that's why my pictures disappeared. I'll have to try and reinstate it.
Yeah.
I had to get rid of some cookies earlier when my visitor came.
Wow. It's a different kind of cookie.
Sylvie said, if it was me, I don't care. I did miss you all.
Oh, that's good. Oh,
Hi,
I think
Jeannie.
I sent you a friend request, Fauna. I think I did, but I've not been on Facebook, so I'm not sure. Let me just check. Just so that I can get the old fudge. Because I'm just mercenary like that. That's the only reason I want to be your friend. Is for fudge.
Charming.
Charming and Jeff.
Rude.
That sounded so bad. Oh, good. I'm glad it worked for now. I don't really mean that. Let me see if I can find my picture.
Evening, Junie.
Did I say hi to Jenny?
I
know I meant to. If I didn't.
Anybody in the chat that knows me? I'm not looking at it, so I'm just trying to work out this picture thing.
Thank you, Sarah. See, Sarah's nice. She doesn't pester us. Ian, she just says, Lainey, be gentle with yourself. You've had a long period of illness. Just do your best. See?
Oh, shut up. Get the bloody interweb and sort your hair out.
Just do it, all right?
Get on with it.
Get on with it.
Right, where was I?
How many times, in my defence, how many times have you said, "Oh, I really glad we did that live"? Seeing everybody and having a good chat and all
I
that.
know, and to be honest, I have to admit this has picked me up a bit. So it does, because like I do kind of just you sit there and you like become all mopey, and I do that. I become like proper mopey. And then I didn't do it, and I'm like, I just can't be bothered. And it does make us feel better, and obviously, better laugh and whatever. Yeah. So, right, where was we? Okay,
yeah,
I
did see you say that, yeah.
Sarah, the other night, I had an open packet of biscuits in the front room, and I was in my bedroom, and my fella walked in and said, someone ate all the biscuits. What does he mean? Like he'd ate all the biscuits that were left. That's just rude, isn't it?
Susan, are you enjoying your chocolate Lionels?
They've gone. I've enjoyed them quite a lot.
I can't imagine them chocolate. Like, imagining a rich tea biscuit. I just can't imagine them chocolate.
You've never had a chocolate rich tea?
No.
Oh.
I've never tried chocolate
I think
Lionel.
I've had them before, but not for a long time. And then because Ian and Sharon kept waving them in my face, I just had to go and get them.
Yeah.
And they're nice.
I sense a butt.
No butt at all. They're nice.
I've got a butt about it that they do a white chocolate one. Now, I like white chocolate and I like rich tea, but the white, I'm not that.
I don't think I'd even want to bother trying that.
Yeah.
I don't like white chocolate on things very much. I like a white chocolate like Milky Bar. Is it Milky Bar? Is it called that?
Yeah.
I like that just on its own. But on other stuff, it gets a bit sickly, I think, white chocolate. Don't like it.
I like a Kit Kat chunky white.
No, I don't think I would. I've never had it. It doesn't call to me.
Oh, the old fella's in the chat.
He's being complimentary to you, so...
I know, and then you've just insulted him.
Yes.
It's what you get, isn't it?
No.
Yeah. To be fair, I hadn't read what he said by then. I just saw Nick's name.
Caramac is discontinued. What? They can't. That's
Get me the manager. Get me the manager. It's probably they've done that. they've done that caramel, haven't they?
No, that's not the same. It's not the same as Caramac.
Oh, no, I agree with you. But
Oh, Joy doesn't like chocolate. I wish I didn't.
I've not eaten Caramac for like, I don't know,
I love
40
Caramac.
years. But yeah, I can still remember the taste of it, but I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
But I've not eaten it for so long, so I won't miss it.
Julie says, it's Paul's 50th birthday tomorrow, so I nominate Susan to sing, Lainey to kazoo, and Ian to have a toilet break. That's not very nice.
She had my singing.
yeah.
Well, she prefers it to Ian's, clearly, because she's sending him to the toilet.
Wow. Wow.
Sarah says there was a big fire in one of the shops on St. High Street a few weeks ago, and it's so bad. Oh my God. Which shop was it? Not that I would know, because I've not been in Leicester City Centre for so long.
I noticed that, what's his name? George has done a sourcing video in Leicester, and he said it was really expensive.
George Ross?
No.
No, George, as in Jawg.
G.
Georgie.
Georgie.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
like
does he live in this area then?
No, he lives in Staffordshire somewhere. Or
No, he goes all over, doesn't he? He was talking about a kilo sale in
It's
Sheffield.
not far from here.
Oh, is it not? I don't even know.
No, Staffordshire.
I don't even know where I live, so that's nothing new, is it?
Well,
Newcastle, yeah.
No.
Staffordshire's not too far. It's I don't know exactly how many miles, but I go through Staffordshire when I go to Wales, so yeah, I'd say it's probably about 50 miles away or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, it depends which part, obviously, of Staffordshire, you know.
Oh yeah.
Oh right, I didn't realise he. I got this impression that he was from Liverpool or somewhere up there. That was my impression.
I think. I want to say.
I've never really seen him, so I don't know why I've got that impression. But somebody must have said something, and I've put 2 and 2 together and got 27. You know, that sort of thing.
I think it's Stone he's from. I think.
Stone. That's in Staffordshire, so
Yeah. I don't
know.
quote me on that. I'm not. You know.
There you go.
Yeah,
So he's been sourcing in Leicester, has he?
Yeah. He's done a video on it.
Charity shots.
Let's have a look.
I'll have a look and see if I recognise any other places. Like I say, I don't go in Leicester City Centre very often. It's years, in fact.
Yeah, they've done it up since the Blitz, Susan.
Just F off.
Rude. Yeah, I mean, I went with rude, but that's better, to be fair. George lives in Coglington. He went to Leicester Uni.
Oh, Congleton.
Congleton. Coglington. Where did I get Cog from?
No,
I must have looked at him.
Congleton.
I've just looked up Congleton because I've never heard of it, and that's in Cheshire.
Yeah, that's right.
Cheshire.
Oh, it's Stone. I don't know. As I say, I wasn't sure. It was just...
Did somebody in the chat say they didn't like chocolate?
Yeah, Joy. She doesn't like chocolate.
I'm just finally that's finally sinking in, and I'm recording in horror. Like, how do you not like chocolate? like Lainey said, I wish I didn't.
I wish I didn't. Yeah, so it would be so much easier if I didn't like all the bad stuff.
Junie said she was being kind to Ian and said that he didn't have to hear me singing because he was off on his toilet break. That's charming, Junie. I thought you were nice.
Yeah. She's changed. Yeah, she's changed now. Yeah.
Why don't you join us, Nick?
Yeah, why don't you?
And you can be part of the esteemed channel.
The esteemed channel. Is that your channel, Lainey? The esteemed
Yeah,
channel?
esteemed, yeah. Steam cleaned properly. It needs it after I've spoke on the air.
What was your favourite TV programme as a very small child? I liked both of those, Trumpton and Bagpuss. I think I would have to say my favourite was Mary Mungo and Midge, which nobody will remember because I'm so old. But I used to think I was Mary, and she had a talking dog and a talking mouse, and you know. But I thought Mary was quite posh.
I was all right with Bagpuss until they changed it from black and white to colour, and then realised I was watching a pink and white cat. That was quite horrifying. Yeah.
I remember the Moomins, but
Yeah, I remember the movie.
Oh, do you know what else I loved as a small child? The Clangers. Oh,
they
absolutely.
see the Clangers was like.
Yeah, but I loved it. But if you listen to them carefully, you could actually hear what they were saying. So they were actually saying words, but in a sort of squeaky way.
Not in my language.
I could understand them.
The flower pot men.
I liked Play School because I loved guessing whether it was going to be the round, the square, or the arch.
Fluella Benjamin.
Yeah, I always went for the arched window. And
She's the only one I remember. Who else was it?
Dame Fluella Benjamin now, isn't she?
Is she?
Mm.
Who was the one with the really deep laugh? And what did she do?
I don't know.
Yeah, narrow it down, might go, yeah.
Really deep laugh.
I know.
Biggish black woman, really deep laugh.
Oh, I know you mean. She was on
that cook one.
yeah.
She was like a chef or a cook.
Was she a chef?
Yeah, she wasn't on. Well, I don't think she was on children's TV. She might have been. I don't know, but I know who you mean, but I can't think of her name.
Yeah.
Somebody in the chat will know who it is.
I'll trust you to come up with finger bob, Chris Tyler.
Finger bobs were great though. I quite liked the finger bobs.
Rusty Lee, that was
Rusty
it.
Lee, that's it. Rusty Lee, yeah.
If they had have spoken Geordie, I wouldn't have got that either, Nick. Jeez.
Apparently the guy.
Button Moon, yes, Ali. I love Button Moon.
The guy who did finger bobs. He was. Oh, did you hear that ka-ching?
Yes,
He was arrested for something.
No, he wasn't arrested. He was so sick of the finger
Sounds like he
bobs.
should have been.
He was so sick of the finger bobs at the end of filming the whole series that he destroyed them. They would have been worth so much if he'd kept them, but he destroyed them because he hated them. I don't know if that's a fake story, but that's what I seem to remember hearing sometimes.
What year did Raggy Dolls come out? I remember them. Raggy Dolls.
That was when I was an adult. Definitely not my era.
Button Moon was definitely when I was young.
Does anyone remember Mary Mungo and Midge?
You what?
Does anybody remember Mary Mungo and Midge?
Yes, Cass does. She said, and them they're living in a block of flats, isn't
Yeah, like in a block of flats. But yeah, I always thought, I mean, a block of flats is not posh, but I always thought that Mary was quite posh. She had a very posh voice, I thought.
Like you then.
Yeah, the one that I always remember is where the mouse goes on like a toy boat into the pond and gets stuck in the middle of the pond and has to be rescued.
Yeah.
That's the one I always remember.
What's the soup dragon? Sylvia loved the soup dragon.
Soup
Doesn't ring a
dragon.
bell.
That was,
Yeah.
I think that was in the Clangers.
Oh, was it?
Oh, Michael Bentine's Potty Time. I hated that. Absolutely hated that show. But none of you youngsters will remember it.
Susan, is
Yeah.
it true? Is it
Stu
true?
says, anyone remember the spooky theme music to Picture Box?
Picture Box.
No.
Not me.
Picture Box. I don't remember.
Susan,
Yes.
is it true that you starred in Willow the Wisper's Evil Edna?
It's just rude.
I can hear a noise, Lainey. Can you? There's something like.
Aye. Rusty Lee. Yes. Rusty Lee, that was her name.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did we say this already? Because I'm just miles behind myself.
Top Cat. I love Top Cat. That was great.
Top Cat was great.
The indisputable leader of the gang.
Yeah.
The pigeon, stop the pigeon. Oh,
Stop the pigeon.
Stop the pigeon now.
Graham's gone.
With Muttley.
Yeah, Top Cat was class.
You sound like Muttley.
That was kind of the idea.
What you two?
You just laugh like Muttley.
Oh, yeah. Usual. Chugging along on the old rag doll. Rosie and Jim in it.
When I was slightly older, I really loved this sci-fi thing called The Tomorrow People. Does anyone remember that? Oh my God, it was so scary. It was really scary. I mean, I like Doctor Who as well, but The Tomorrow People was very scary. Hartley hair. I agree with you, Kath. That was terrifying. Oh my God.
Hector's house. You remember
Hector's house. That's the one. No, not Hartley. Yeah,
Um,
Hector's house. Oh God, that dog's mouth used to terrify me. That's the one. I
Roadrunner.
can't even watch it now. It scares me.
I loved Roadrunner. Meep, meep.
Oh no, I didn't like that.
I
Annoying.
always wanted, I know this sounds evil, but I always wanted the coyote to actually crush it just once. Just
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
not be injured.
Like your Christmas special.
Like, yeah. Just once. Just like let the rock land on the thing. It was always just his face, you know, Wile E. Coyote's face, and he just knew that it was going to happen to him. Like I was scared. Oh, just once. Yeah, Tiz was. I loved Tiz was.
Yeah, Tiz was great.
Wasn't that? Was that? No, it wasn't. That's Wizabit. Tiz was Chris.
Chris Tarrant.
Yes.
Yeah. Today is Saturday. Watch and smile. That's what it stood for.
Was Sarah Green in that as well?
No, she was on
No.
the BBC. Tiz
Who was the woman in the dungarees?
I don't know. I once sent a picture into Tiz was, and I could see it in the background on one of on the next show.
Yeah.
Bloody good chicks.
I know.
I liked.
I think one of them was a payment for something earlier. Do you know what I mean? Like they're not all sales.
Yeah, my kids used to watch Fun House with Pat Sharp and the twins, and Pat Sharp had his mullet. Tiz was with Sally James.
Yeah.
Was she in Doctor Who?
No.
No, I'm just mixing people up.
Why don't you? Why don't you? Why don't you? Did you ever watch that in the holidays? I used to love that.
Maggie Philbin, bloody hell.
I used to like it when they were live and there was always a telephone thing and someone would phone in and ask an inappropriate question.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, I bet it was Chris Tyler. Yeah.
Probably. Maggie Philbin. How? Yeah, isn't he dodgy though, the one who did How?
No.
Was it him?
I don't know. You're thinking of other people. Dodgy.
Yeah, Fred somebody. What is he called?
Fred Dinage. I never heard anything dodgy about Fred Dinage. Maybe he is.
The weather as well. I'm really cool.
That's Fred Talbot.
Yeah.
Oh, Fred Talbot. Sorry, Fred. The other Fred.
Fred Dinage. He was on How.
I'm confusing me, Fred.
Yeah, but we never did, Nick. We just watched the show and then stayed in. I never did any of the things that they said, why don't you go and do it? I just like to watch them.
It was like Blue Peter when they used to go, so you'll need 3 toilet rolls, an empty fairy liquid bottle, a roll of sellotape, a pair of
sticky back plastic. Yeah, sticky back plastic and pipe cleaners, which never existed in my house.
Yeah, and then they'd show you them, and then 2 minutes later they'll go, and this is what we made earlier.
I used to think sticky back plastic was what posh kids had, because I've never ever seen it ever.
Yeah.
Even now, I wouldn't know where to get
it. In a minute.
Fred Dinage good, Fred Talbot and Fred West bad. Yeah. Thanks for clarifying that, Stu.
Yeah, thanks, Stu. Yeah. In case we didn't, in case there's any confusion. Yeah.
I know. Suddenly, Fred Dinage is like a bad guy.
Yeah.
Laney.
I think she's off on her phone. I think I've told the gang, but when you were kids, somebody would come round and borrow your dad's drill, and it was your uncle, and somebody would come around and borrow your mum's Tupperware, and she was your auntie. I know that's very sexist, but at the 70s when I was growing up, Anyway, I had an uncle that was that way, and it was Fred Didner. We used to go around to Fred Didner's house.
Is he one of the good Freds? Fred
was. Yeah, Fred Didner was a good Fred.
Why do I know the name Fred Didner? What did he do? Did he go up chimneys or something?
Yeah, that's right. He used to pull down the chimneys.
Yes, that's where I've heard him from vaguely. Yeah.
Well, my dad was into steam trains, and Fred Didner was into steam trains and all that. And we used to go up to Bury all the time, and they became mates there. There's a very embarrassing photograph with me and sat in he had an arrowboat, the front of an arrowboat put against the wall, and he had a tunnel painted on the wall, so it looked like the boat was coming out of the wall.
Oh.
In his garden. Yeah. That's probably about, I don't know, 9 or 10. I don't know.
Is he dead now then?
Oh, yeah. About 2 or 3 years after me, I don't think. I can't remember.
Is Fred Dinage dead? I don't
I
think
don't
he
know,
is.
to be honest. I'd have
I
to
don't
Google
think
it.
he is. I'm going to look him up. Fred Dinage. No, he's still alive. He's 81.
Yeah.
Still going strong.
Yeah.
And I've got an offer on Summit.
Is he any relation to Dick Tracy, Lauren? I remember Dick Tracy. I don't remember Christopher Tracy.
No, I don't know who Christopher Tracy is. I think I'm going to accept this offer, even though it's slightly low. But I've had this thing for a while, so I'm going to accept it. Wait for the ka-ching.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
You'll be having gold-plated furniture.
I will not.
I'm joking.
Sounds so trashy to me.
Yeah. 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 It sounds like something you get on Wish or Temu or whatever they call it.
Oh, I would never shop on those places.
Yes, Lauren, yeah. Yeah. He came to my dad's funeral, bless him.
Oh.
Dad died in 94. I don't know when Fred Dibner died. Echo, when did Fred Dibner die?
Fred Dibner died on the 6th of November 2004 at the age of 66 years.
Yeah.
You weren't very old then.
No. I think.
Did he die of natural causes, or did he fall down a?
No. It's natural cause. I think he got cancer actually.
Oh dear.
I can't remember, to be honest.
Yeah, it's back.
She's
Back
back
again.
again.
Have we sorted out all the good Freds from the bad Freds now?
Yeah, we're all sorted. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, we're a bit on the fence with Fred Flintstone though.
Yeah.
Just don't know which way he falls.
No.
Yabba dabba do.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit dodgy.
Sometimes Dino was a bit extra friendly with him, wasn't he? So, don't know.
Dino.
No, was yeah, he's pet
I think
dinosaur.
it was called Dino.
Dino.
I would say Dino.
I would say Dino.
He probably was Dino, but he should have been Dino because he's a dinosaur.
Oh,
Logical sense.
Johnny Ball was lovely. Mind you, his daughter was lovely as well, Zoe.
Oh yeah, Johnny Ball liked him. What was the show called? Was it called?
Did you say it was lovely? Has he died?
Think of a number. I think he's still alive. I don't know.
I was going to say, I thought he was as well.
You might be right.
I used to like all his math stuff. Yeah, he's still alive. 85. Yes.
He had just such a lovely manner.
Yeah.
But then we all thought Ralph Harris had a lovely manner, so
Yeah, there is that.
Yeah.
you know.
You could never call your kid Rolf, could you?
No.
No.
Imagine.
What is Rolf short for?
Imagine being our age and being called Rolf because of Rolf Harris.
Mm.
You'd change your name by default, wouldn't you?
Hmm.
I had one of my dad's many sisters was called Myra.
I thought you were going to say Rolf. Yeah.
Not Rolf, but Myra. But you could never call your kid Myra because there's one
No.
famous Myra, isn't there?
Hmm. Fancy if that was a thing. People did that after weird people. Ugh.
Do you know?
Or fancy if you did name them after somebody famous and then they became a weird person.
That's what I was saying about Rolf, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what Rolf is short for.
I know that's what I was trying to
Do you
think.
think it is
but
short for anything? Or
I
is
don't
it, maybe
short
it's
for
just
anything.
an Australian name?
Let's just Google.
I'm Googling him.
Oh, you can Google.
It just says Rolf Harris. It doesn't say that he was born anything else.
See, whenever I think of Luther, I either think of Luther the TV series
Rudolph.
or Lex Luthor out of
He said he was named after Rolf Balderwood, which was the pseudonym of an Australian writer who his mother admired. So it's a made-up pseudonym of a writer, and his mother liked that writer, so named her son Rolf. So it's just that's his name. That was his name.
Oh. Christopher Tracy, anybody? Who's that?
Don't know.
No, don't know, Lauren. Who is it?
Christopher Tracy. I couldn't think who Christopher Tracy was. Whatever happened to Christopher Lillicrap?
Oh. Christopher Lilly.
You don't remember Christopher Lillicrap?
I remember the name. I don't know what happened to him.
Jeez, he changed his name. That's why no one knows who he is now.
Yeah.
Is that it?
You have to Google that now.
Joy said her husband was called Luther, as in like Lex Luthor.
Well, that's what I've just said. It either reminds me of Lex Luthor or Luthor the TV series.
Yeah. Isn't there a Rolf in The Sound of Music?
Yeah, there is. So maybe it is a real name, a German name, or it was Austrian, wasn't it? But
Yeah.
German Austrian. Yes.
I can't remember one in the Muppets. Can you?
Well, I don't know. Don't like the Muppets, so I don't know.
When I used to work in social work, there was a guy I helped who changed his name by default to Elvis Presley, as he had a room full of Elvis stuff he collected for 30 years. I used to laugh whenever I phoned him before it rung through. Hello, Elvis Presley. Press 1 for the money, 2 for the show. Anyway, that was bad. Really bad.
Yeah,
Sorry, people.
Christopher Lillicrap is now 74.
What did he do then?
Children's TV presenter in the 70s and 80s. And
What shows? What shows did he do?
Rainbow, Fab Lab, and Thimbles.
I'm gonna have to look him up, just so I can visualize him, because
his them picture is like, oh yeah, it's definitely him. Whereas the pictures of near an hour like who you.
Oh, so Christopher, what was the surname?
Yeah, I remember him. Yeah, I remember him.
Repeat the presenter. Sylvia says, I'm hoping to go see family in Fleckney soon. Are you near there, Susan?
I might be.
Thanks, Sharon, not Sharon, Sarah, for laughing at me. 1 for the money, 2 for the show. I'm assuming that's what you're laughing at. I mean, it might not be. Could just be laughing at me, which is like fine. It's usual. But yeah. But David rang again there, and he's decided to go to McDonald's on his way home. So I might be getting some chicken nugs and a McFlurry. Oops, accident. Was it snackcident, isn't it?
Snackcident.
Snackcident. It's good to have a snackcident now and then.
Is it?
Well, not really. Not in my. Not in my condition.
Oh yeah.
Your condition. Have you got some news for us, Lainey?
I'm just fat. That's it. I'm just fat. Nothing else.
Is Cliff going to be a dad? Yeah.
Huh?
Pardon? The line's breaking up. Hello?
You're lucky she didn't hear that.
Oh, I'm very lucky she didn't hear that.
You're very lucky she did not hear that. Oh my God.
Oh, he did that early. He said to me, and it luckily for him, his phone went like that. And so whatever he said.
Lady, review the footage later, because he said something that you would not be happy with.
Yeah, going swiftly on and take
Thanks,
heart.
Sarah. She was laughing at my joke. Thanks.
Tony Hart, yeah, more.
I'm not laughing at your joke. I'm laughing at Ian's joke.
I'm not even going to go there because he's just insulted me all day.
Wow.
Like how it's been. You asked the chat if it was one, me insulting you, or two, you.
We're the only two people that replied, but somebody's been here once and bloody Kath Erms.
No, I think Joy's been here a few times, and it doesn't matter if they've been here once. They know they sort you out straight away. They sort you out straight away. They can work you out straight away. That's when it was.
Whatever.
Okay. Did the hospital give you an internal, Laney? Is this we're going back to when I being pregnant?
No.
Not in the way I'd like.
Yeah.
Oh God, somebody help me. I'd just like to take this moment to apologise to my future great-great-grandchildren, if I ever have any, or anyone who is related to me in 100 years' time when they're watching this back. Sorry. There you go. That's sorted that, innit? Morph. Yeah, I remember Morph. Who was the other one?
His mate. He was pale, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was pale coloured. Morph and Moody. It's not Moody. What's his name?
No, you're thinking of Morph and Mindy. Mork and Mindy.
Morph and Mindy, yeah.
Chaz. That was it.
Chaz, like it's in Chaz and Dave. I didn't know he was called Chaz.
Rabbit.
I would never have guessed Chaz if anyone had asked.
Rabbit.
That would be a good quiz question, wouldn't it? Because everyone knows Morph, don't they? But it's remember the other one. It's kind of like George Michael and Andrew Wrigley's, whatever his name is. Him.
Don't they do chewing gum?
Yeah, Wrigley's. Mm-hmm. Joy says, when were you all born?
Morph and Chaz are nothing like George Michael and Andrew Ridgeley. What's the connection there, Lainey? Can you just clarify that?
They're a duo, and one's more popular than the other. There's the connection.
Yeah, all right.
Susan, it's drugs.
Where was Andrew Richtees? Andrew
Lionel Richie.
Yeah, Lionel's. Yeah, why was that? What was I going to say? I was going to say something. All Joy says, when we were all born. So I was born in 75. Ian was born in 1935.
86.
Like shite, were you born in 86?
I do not disclose when I was born, but you can work it out from the kids' programs that I was watching. Mary Mungo and Midge. Work it out.
I'll be back in a minute.
Oh, she's got her chicken nuggets.
Yeah. Either that or Cliff's coming around with a pram.
I saw you sent me a message earlier when I wasn't looking at my phone saying Cliff's bitch is going live. See, I'm letting it all out now.
Yeah. Yes, 1973 I was born. I will be 50 on the 14th of December. Oh, God. And you know, it kind of...
Well, I'm well into my 50s, so it's no different, Ian.
Oh, no.
The day before and the day after, it's no different. So
we were saying at school, like, you know, like the year 2000, you know, we'll all be flying around like in the Jetsons, you know, like all flying around in spacecraft, and you know, you got all these, yeah, as you do as a kid, you know.
Like in Back to the Future, it's going to be like hoverboards and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yes, Sarah. I was born somewhere between 1900 and 1990, but kind of on the later edge of that.
What?
Definitely not 1900.
Well, no, but you know, not that far off. I mean, you know,
Hang on a minute.
Oh, shut up! I'm joking.
I was born long after the Beatles were formed. Let's just say that.
Yeah, well.
But I was born in the swinging 60s. So there you go. Can't deny it.
You were born in the same year as my brother-in-law.
Was I? No.
He's the 9th of November.
It might be for Ian because we might be meeting up just before his birthday. What might be for Ian? I don't know what Fawn is talking about.
We're having a catch up. Yeah, she's going to somewhere not far from where I am.
Oh, you're going to meet? Have you met Fauna before?
No.
Oh, are you going to meet her then?
I've seen the DVD, but yeah, I'm not met her.
You've seen the DVD? What DVD?
Yeah. Oh, have you not seen it? I'll send it you. Well, mine, Nick, give it me. Yeah. But yeah, she's going to somewhere not far from me, so we're going to have a catch. If I'm not, going up and down the country, moving furniture and picking up quality merchandise to throw on eBay. Gently.
I'm just eating a sandwich, so.
What's on it?
Chicken.
Oh.
Sorry if you can hear me chewing.
It's all right. Don't worry. I don't care. Yeah, if the others can, don't worry. You're making us all hungry, but
It's my
you
late
come on here, you have a load of ka-chings, then you make us hungry.
And I'd like let the cat out of the bag with you and your Laney insults.
Yeah. To be fair, she does get a fair few in herself, It's not just, it's not just a one-way road.
Oh, I became an orphan at, I think I was 41. It's a horrible moment when you're suddenly the oldest in the generation. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no generations above you. It's really horrible. I'm glad you can't hear me doing that, Fauna.
Well, yeah.
But I am doing that.
Well, you are, yes, yeah.
As long as you pronounce it right.
Yeah, well, yeah, indeed. Yeah. Don't get Laney to pronounce it. Yeah.
I remember the day my mum died and sitting in the car park at the hospital after, coming out and everything. And it's just like a surreal moment, you've been through it yourself. It's just like, oh, that's it. There's no one to advise me anymore. I'm the oldest in the,
Yeah.
I'm in the oldest generation, and it's just horrible.
Yeah, very
I had one aunt left at that point, and then she died about, I think it was the next year or maybe 2 years later. And that kind of did it again because it's like, oh, that is absolutely it now. There's no one in the generation above me.
Well, I was 20 when my dad died.
Yeah.
He died in September. I was 21 in the December, obviously. And that was kind of, obviously sad, but weird in a lot of ways because he kind of, like the fixer organizer, really. They kind of held us all together, and we just sort of muddled through for a bit after that. And obviously, I was away and all that after that, and yeah, I had some other things going on that year, but I won't go into. But yeah, very.
Your mum was quite recent, wasn't it? Like about 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, the well, probably not think to talk about a cheerful subject, but yeah, mum was 4 years ago on Saturday.
Oh right. Yeah, so my dad died when I was quite young. I was 17, but I didn't know him as an adult. But then my mum died when I was 41, so I had a long time with her, just her.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it was like a big, oh my god, moment. What now?
I felt bad for my mum more than anything else, that because when Dad was alive, they did absolutely everything together. Socially and holidays and everything else. We were always together. And when Dad died, it was like, obviously apart from the initial funeral and all the rest of it, Mum's friends kind of fell away because obviously Mum and Dad weren't going as a couple on holidays and days out and this, that, and the other. So she ended up with a very small circle of friends, really, which isn't a bad thing, I suppose. But yeah, it's a bizarre one, really. But
Kath says her mum would be 94 tomorrow.
Mm.
Well, happy birthday, Mum. My mum's 100th birthday is going to be soon.
Mm.
Well, if she'd have lived, obviously. But,
Yeah,
yeah, so she had me quite late in life.
Mm.
But, yeah, when it was my dad's 100th birthday, I just had a day out, like a special day out, just to mark it, if you know what I mean. And I want to do the same when it's my mum's 100th birthday.
Mm.
It's not far off. It's only a few months away. So I'm going to have to think about that.
Yeah.
Because it's weird to think, oh my God, 100 years since my parents were born. My mum and dad had me very, very late, and particularly my dad. My dad was like in his 50s when I was born. So hence why I was so young when he died, you know. But yeah. Yeah, on the day that my dad would have been 100, I went to, I can't even say it, it's this big aqueduct in Wales.
I know what you mean.
It begins with a P, but I can't say the word. Anybody who's Welsh in the chat can say it, but I can't. But I went there because I'd always wanted to go there because it looked so stunning, and it was stunning. It was really nice, and I walked over it, and it was really scary to walk over it. There's like a canal that goes over it, and you can go in a little narrowboat on it.
Been over it.
Yeah,
been over it.
I walked over, and it was terrifying, but I'm really glad I did it, and it's like a memorable day to me now. So that was my dad's 100th birthday. I want to think of something like to do like that when it's my mum's 100th.
See, I know you like your language, but there's the word that always made me like eight, which is aqueduct, because you always associate aqua with an A-Q-U-A, but it's not. It's aqueduct, isn't it? It's an E, not an A. Whereas aqua, you would think of water.
Spelling's messed up though, isn't it? So I won't worry about it.
Yeah.
But I think it is because it's water, isn't it? Well, I just assume it is. I don't know for sure.
Yeah, it is. So that's what I'm saying. You assume it's A-Q-U-A, but it's not. It's an E. Aqueduct. Whereas I was assumed wrongly it was aqueduct, as in aqua water.
See, I wouldn't know. I've never written it down, as far as I know. Well, I probably did when I went there. I probably wrote it on a Facebook post or something or other. I can't remember. Oh dear. Oh, my sandwich was very nice.
Good. Hope you enjoyed it.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't see you.
Didn't see what?
A message.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, different parts of the world, isn't it? I mean, there's lots of regional language and, you know, different spellings, and it's all sorts of different words that you think, you know, I thought that was spelled differently. I always struggle with E, you know, I before E, and sometimes that rule doesn't always apply. And
oh, it never applies. That rule is more often wrong than right. It's a load of bollocks, that rule.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the word, Kath, but I'm not saying it because I don't know how to say it. I don't
want to offend somebody because we have got a couple of people in.
Yeah, we've got a few Welsh people in the room. We don't want to upset them.
Yeah.
I'm not a vegetarian. I was a vegetarian once for 5 years. I was a vegetarian, and then I gave it up.
All right.
I don't think anyone here is. You're not vegetarian, are you?
No. I couldn't give up bacon.
Well, I never liked bacon as a child. I thought it smelled weird, a really weird smell. And I became vegetarian when I was 14, so there was no giving up bacon because I didn't eat bacon. But then when I was 19, I decided I didn't want to be a vegetarian anymore. And then I liked bacon after that, funnily enough.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah. I do feel guilty eating meat though, because I know it's like meat industry, it's not good, but I'm a weak human.
I've been spoiled recently. I've got a friend who's got an allotment, and she's got ducks and chickens and various other things. And therefore I get duck eggs, which is really
I've never ever had a duck egg. Do they taste the same as
it's
chicken eggs?
yeah. I mean, it's a similar flavour. If anything, I would say, and I'm talking mildly here. I think there's a slightly, and I'm probably going to put you off by saying it, but I think there's a stronger yolk taste, I should say. A richer taste, not in a bad way, but
I probably like it. I like eggs.
But yeah, it's well. If you get the chance, try one.
I will. What about turkey eggs? Have you ever had them?
I haven't, no.
Me neither.
My phone in the background has brought up on, like, you get Siri on Apple. Mine's brought up about bacon. It's obviously heard me saying bacon.
God, it's listening to you.
Yeah, that'll be a first. Something in my house listening to me. Mind you, I do love them, yeah. But yeah. Oh, and all the sheep are back, Susan. All the sheep are back from the fells.
Oh, good.
They've been on holiday for the summer. They're all back for the winter now. Yeah, the farmer knocked on me.
Never they don't discover anything untoward on your land.
What, sort of like a scarecrow, you mean?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Do you know? I very nearly put in the group the other day. I've been to our local village, and I found on Facebook. I snapped my spade, and I found a free one on Marketplace. And I nearly took a picture and put it in the group, and I thought, I'm not putting a picture of a spade in the group. Not a chance.
You snapped your spade. Doing what?
I was trying to.
Hitting somebody over the head with
it. No, I was lifting flags at the time. I wasn't even home. I was moving some flags for somebody, and I was trying to lift it up. And
flags, as in stone, flagstone.
Yeah.
See, I don't have to clarify this. I don't use these kind of words. It could have been flag poles for all I know.
No.
It's just not in my normal day-to-day vocabulary. Flags, as in flagstones.
So snap the. Well, I didn't actually snap it. It split, but it was no use by then. I mean, I've got a spare handle in the shed somewhere, but it was just I just saw one on there and thought, that's free. I'll have that.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Where's that Laney gone?
Yeah, she's halfway through a McFlurry and nuggets and.
Me.
I have never in my life had a McFlurry.
Oh, Susan, you're missing out.
Never. Oh, it's like so.
I don't feel like I'm missing out.
If I ever visit that there Leicester, we'll go and have a McFlurry.
I've never been a massive fan of ice cream, to be honest. I mean, I don't dislike it. It's not like I go, oh, it's horrible, but it's not something that I would ever think, oh, ice cream, what a fantastic treat. It's not just not my thing.
Well, she's dunking the nuggets.
Oh, God, that's great.
No.
I'm not sure.
The's people who dip chips in, like, ice cream or in milkshakes and things like that. I'm like, what the hell?
That's just minging.
That is minging.
I'm not sure if she's still there. There was somebody in the chat that used to dunk fish fingers. Was it fish fingers in custard?
That's Matt Smith's doctor. He dipped his fish fingers in custard. He liked it. Yeah.
There is
Hello.
Stephen! Oh my God!
Hello. I'm away.
Hello, your man.
What's
Hello
going
there.
on?
You're back in the UKKK. That's
Yeah,
a bit weird, isn't it?
I'm just passing through. Yeah. No, I'm
Come
back.
next time.
That would be nice.
You're looking well.
Very well.
Very much.
I hope I look that good when I get to 30. I'm telling you.
Did you? I don't know if you saw it, but I shared it in the group that Jean-Claude Van Damme looks like you. When his whole picture looks like you. I shared it in the group.
When was this?
It's when you were on
When we were
holiday.
away.
No,
Lainey
I didn't
Lainey was
see it.
doing like baby lookalikes or whatever, and
couldn't believe it. I was
babies and
like-
what they grow into. You know, the people they
Yeah.
grow into. But we thought that Jean-Claude Van Damme was you.
Stephen,
Okay.
can I just say that apparently I won that quiz. That quiz that I
Listen,
won. I wasn't sure whether it
Stephen,
meant.
this is a nasty rumor that we're trying to quash. It
Yeah,
didn't
you can't
happen.
quash it.
It did
You
not
lost.
happen.
That's why you're trying to quash it because you lost. Yeah.
It was like we slipped into a parallel universe, Stephen, because Ian won a quiz and I came last.
Yeah, I'm not interested in anything you've got to say. I'm reading the comments. They're all very nice. Everyone's being very nice about me. You can talk away amongst yourselves. I couldn't
Okay.
care
You're just going to enjoy the side chat.
I only came for the compliments, so that's
Saucy
okay.
Stephen, apparently. Saucy Stephen. Well,
I was talking to Lex about you yesterday, and I said, "Oh, Stephen, he's the wise old owl of the reselling community." But looking at you, you're the wise young owl.
I'm
You look really good.
63. I'm
You look really fancy. You look better than any of us. No offense to anyone else on the panel.
none
Have you
taken.
seen that?
Oh,
What?
It looks
This is
like-
me, is it?
Wait a minute. There.
we think it's you.
Okay, that's
We
Can you
think
see it or not?
Yeah.
It's trying to make it.
Well, thank you for that.
It's not you.
You've
I
just
just
undone.
wondered-
You've just undone all the good work everyone did in the chat. Everyone was very nice. And
Oh,
now-
you don't. I'm sorry. But then you
like
turned
you.
into that.
Hey! God, poor Jean-Claude.
Right, where's this thing there? Yeah.
So
Hi,
yes,
Lucy.
how is everybody?
Not
We're
bad.
good. How are you? How was your holiday?
It was lovely. It seemed very quick. It was a bit stressful traveling, and I got home and then someone drove into my car
Oh
and
yeah.
smashed it. So yeah, I feel like I'm back now and life's back to normal because that's what's happened.
Is your car still drivable?
It is, yes, which
it's
is
not
just
like
as
off
well
the
because they're
road,
being really slow about doing it. And I mean, I haven't had to put in an accident thing for about 13 years. And I can remember you used to have to do drawings and plot roads and show where you were on these diagrams and things. It was all done just by email and sending in some photos. And apparently they send the photos of the damage round to different people and get quotes. And then they'll come back to me and tell me who's going to do it or not do it or whatever. So I'm just waiting for that now.
I
Yeah.
had my car stolen in the summer,
Oh.
and yeah, I'd not had to deal with car insurance people for about 25 years. I've never had an accident in all that time, and it was all done by email. There was no, you know,
Yeah.
it all went quiet, and then suddenly they paid me out. You know, it was like very different
Oh.
to how I remember it all happening.
Yeah, usually it's sort of backwards and forwards and arguments and
Yeah, there was
all
nothing
of
like
that sort
that.
of business. I'm waiting to hear whether the person who drove into me is going to dispute it or not. So I can't see how he can, but you
Thank
know,
God they didn't. Thank God they didn't hit your Aston. That's all I can say.
my Aston's fine.
Yeah, that's okay then.
Yeah. But that is my slight worry because my car is so old and it's a foreign import that I think they'll probably just write it off,
Probably will. Yeah.
which I don't know. And then people say, oh yeah, you can buy it back, but I don't know about any of that. We'll have to see. And the thought of going and looking, I hate buying cars because I hate cars anyway. So
I hate buying cars. I went into a bit of a denial when mine was stolen. So I was like, I don't want to go and buy another car. I just can't do it. And so I was like 2 weeks. I was 2 weeks. I was in kind of like no man's land. I couldn't go anywhere or anything. So it wasn't good. But yeah, my car didn't show up, and it just disappeared off the face of the earth. And then about 2 months later, the police phoned me and said it had been found in a scrap yard, about to be scrapped. But they'd checked the number that's on it, the code number or whatever, and found that it was a stolen car. And so that's why they phoned me up to say. But it was like by that time I didn't own it anymore because I'd settled with the insurance company. So they'd only just rang me because I was the victim of a crime, that sort of thing.
Chassis number.
Update me. That's it. Yeah, that. They were forensically examining it to see if they could trace who'd stolen it or not.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, I know.
Very unlikely.
Yeah. But yeah, it was very, very distressing at the time because that was I'd had that car from brand new, and I'd had it let me think, 14 years.
Gosh.
From brand new to being stolen,
and you kind of know everything that's wrong with it and everything that's right with it, and
I'd kept it really well, and there wasn't much wrong with it at all. So to get another car. It's a very expensive thing, another equivalent car. And it was very distressing, very, very distressing, the whole thing.
Yeah.
But I'm over it now. I've got another car, so.
You're back on the road. We're all safe.
Yes, yeah.
Is that a song? Back on the road again? Something.
There is a song called On the Road Again. Yeah. I don't know who sings it though.
Just On the Road Again. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just called.
Fine, Joy. I was feeding the dog chicken nuggets to the side there.
My teeth at the bottom are new, Joy Maxfield. They're sort of relatively new anyway.
Have you stopped having trouble with your teeth? Because you're
sort of, but now the two top ones apparently need filling, and I've got to go back.
You never went on it.
It's been 3 years this has been going on, and
your dentist is like a butcher there, isn't he?
He is. It's Mengelis. Is that who I'm thinking of?
So don't recommend.
So I go back on the end of the month. Well, that'll be when they want my car in, won't it, to be repaired, the day that I have to go back. And that's another annoying thing. This is the second time it's happened. I have to go over, is it Elizabeth Bridge, whatever it is, the Dartford Tunnel, to get back to Suffolk. And every time I do it, I now get these letters saying you didn't pay, even though I have paid. And then I have to phone them up and then show them and show them the emails and tell them the numbers. And then they take about 6 weeks, and then they eventually write back and say, sorry.
We're back in a minute.
Why don't you just get a local dentist? I know I've asked you this before and I've forgotten the answer.
Because you can't get local dentists.
Isn't it private, your dentist?
Yeah, but
you can get a local private dentist, surely.
I could, but again, it's a bit like a car. It's like starting again. He's all right at doing dental work. He's not any good at cosmetic work. That's the problem. Okay. So,
hi, Heather.
Hey, Heather. Hey.
You do see Stephen. It's like not an optical illusion.
It's the real me.
How have you blurred out your background?
Well, I was just reading the things. There's all sorts of new options.
But I don't ever come on camera, so I don't know about that.
I blurred my background out. Yeah.
I wished it was the other way around. Actually, the background could have been clear. I could have blurred my face.
I'd come on camera there. I remember Lainey was like messing around with backgrounds at one point, and she did this one where it was like this really fancy apartment behind her.
Yes, yeah, that was my option as well. Yeah.
It looked good. It looked cool.
I don't know if you can change it. Can you change it as you go? I don't know.
I don't know.
No, my look could be a field.
So no quiz tonight.
No, just a catch up. Well, I kind of Fauna messaged me and said, "Is Lainey going live?" So I rang Lainey and said, "Are you going live or not?" And maybe give a few words of encouragement, and minded her for a bit. And she said, "All right, okay, I'll go live then." So she messaged the group, so I did, and left a sensitive message about Lainey going live, and then she went live.
Hey,
came on at 9 o'clock. So.
Very good. Well, I should be asleep by now. Well, I get
He's still adjusting, and
I can't understand why, because I don't usually suffer, because I don't keep regular times. It doesn't usually affect me, but for some reason, this time I'm kind of awake all night and then asleep all day, and not getting much done.
I used to do that. I used to be totally nocturnal. Like I'd be up all night and then sleep through all the daylight hours.
It's quite nice. I
I
quite like
love it. I love doing it, but you just can't function that way if you have to do stuff. You have to go to places that are only open during the day.
Yeah.
So eventually, I force myself to come back out of it. But I love the whole nocturnal life. It's great.
You don't get disturbed. Nothing happens.
No. And it's so quiet at night. I love it. I absolutely love that quietness.
I prefer it. But I keep missing the post office in the morning. I have to get there before 10, and I'm just not up, and I'm not ready, and I'm not functioning. So,
and you can't go and do stuff like
no,
go out to places. Or
you don't spend money either, do you? That's the other thing. You don't spend any money.
Well,
because if you're up all night, and every time I leave the house, I keep spending money. So.
Here's Nigel.
Hello, Nigel.
What's happened to your show? You've not been on for yonks. When's it coming back?
Are you coming on, Nigel?
Yes. Come on and speak to us and tell us what's happening.
Speak to your people. I think Heather's lovely.
Give us a now update.
Yes.
Yes. Because I think we're up to now 130.
Bear in mind, we want it now.
When do we want to?
None of us are getting any younger, and we're still only on now, whatever it is. Is it what are we on about now? 15 or something? I can't quite remember.
God, I'd be Susan's age, but I'd be Susan's
age. No, 18, is it?
18,
17, 18.
We're all going to be dead, but we're never going to get to the end of it. So
no.
Dead or Susan's age, one of the two.
You're such a charmer.
I know.
How rude.
But yeah, come on, Nigel. Get yourself on the channel.
Get on here. I went to see ABBA Voyage at the weekend on Saturday.
I saw your post, yeah.
Is this the hologram?
Yes. It was the creepiest thing ever. When they first came on, it was like, it felt real. It felt like they were really there. It was creepy at AF, you know what I mean? It was really creepy, but it was fantastic. I mean, I like ABBA. I don't know if you do, but I love ABBA, and it was such a fantastic show. It was brilliant. And then at the end, when all the young ABBA had finished and everything, the old ABBA came on, and I felt like they were really there as well. I felt like they were actually walking onto the stage.
So what they were hologramming some of their earlier performances.
So the whole show was them as they were in the sort of 70s. So as we remember them, classic ABBA, the young blonde woman and the young dark-haired woman, and Benny and Bjorn, as they were in the sort of like Eurovision days, 1970s. So the whole show was like that. All the songs that they did were all like that, with them looking, and all their classic costumes as well, like, and the blue eyeshadow and everything, all that.
You could see that clearly. They were that clear.
Well, yeah. I mean, I wasn't down near the front. I suppose if you're down near the front, you could actually see them. But they were also like, like in most concerts, you have like big screens. There were big screens as well.
Oh, right, yeah.
So you could see that. But the big screens matched up exactly to the movements of the 4 holograms that you could see on the stage. It was so perfect. It was so perfectly done. Anyway, so the whole show was that, and then they leave. The young ABBA leave, and then the old ones come on. And I was like, oh my God, they're really here, the real ones who are still alive now, because it's how they are now. But obviously that was also a hologram. It was so creepy. It was really creepy, but fantastic at the same time.
I wonder if other people are going to do tours like that. I mean, imagine people wouldn't have to ever leave their house, but they can do a whole world tour.
The people I was with, we had this conversation. Which band would you want this done to? This same thing? or which performer. So we had that conversation. My choice would be David Bowie. I would love to see him.
That would be good, wouldn't
I would love to see that. But it was very Black Mirror. I don't know if you've ever seen the Black Mirror episode with Miley Cyrus. Do you watch Black Mirror?
Yeah, I did. Did I see that one? I think I did see that one.
So there's one with Miley Cyrus where she's killed by her aunt or something. And she's a pop star in it. The character is a pop star.
Good night, Jenny.
And she's killed. And but they do a hologram version of her who still goes and does concerts. So it was kind of that. It was like that whole thing. It was very Black Mirror.
Junie and Joy have gone. If your name begins with a J, you have to go, I think.
Good night, Junie and Joy.
Yeah, I don't know who I'd like.
I'd like to see REM as well.
All right.
I love REM. I'd love to have seen those live.
I have a
I don't know
confession,
about
really. I
anything.
don't really like live music that much.
I don't really know who else I would like to see. Sean wants to see Queen. So it's to the side chat. Which band would you like to see as holograms, like they do with ABBA? Yeah, David Bowie and REM would be my two choices, I think.
It would be amazing because you could resurrect all sorts of people. Couldn't
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
I wonder.
Lainey's left hasn't gone into the side chat.
Yeah, she's
It's like she's a viewer. Now Lainey's
Yeah.
viewing us.
How is she doing that? Why is she doing that?
I don't know. I think because she's still eating her dinner that she's just had delivered from McDonald's. Yeah, David Bowie. Love him.
Surely, I mean, I've been in McDonald's, not often, but every time I've ever had anything in there, it's stone cold by the time you get it. Surely when it's delivered, it's cold then. I mean, I don't really understand.
I don't know. I've never had a food delivery ever. I know it's the thing to do, but I've never done it.
We've lost Susan. We lost everybody.
I'm still here.
Oh, okay. You got cut off there for a second.
Did I?
Yeah.
I was saying I've never ever had a food delivery like that, so I've no idea whether it's cold or not.
I don't get food delivered either, really.
No, I don't.
doesn't.
I just cook it myself or have a sandwich.
Yeah, I mean, I see a pizza costing £13 to have delivered, and I know I can go and get one for £3 or whatever at the shop. And what did you have?
Yeah, I don't think she actually had it delivered by Uber Eats or whatever. To this time, it was.
I had some chicken nuggets, which I shared with the dog, and I got a McFlurry, which is here. And David didn't want his chips because he got a meal thing, so I've just had some of his chips. But they are cold, actually.
What flavour is your McFlurry?
It is.
I know they do different.
It's Smarties, basically.
Smarties, okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
I only like the milkshakes, and they've stopped doing them, haven't they?
Have they?
I think so, yeah.
Still do them.
Do they?
They never have them half the time, like, that is true.
Once every 5 years, I think, I want a vanilla milkshake, and I drive through, and they say, no, I haven't got any today. So I kind of just assumed they'd stop doing them.
I don't think I've had a McDonald's, like a daytime McDonald's for a very, very, very long time. Can't remember. But if I go on a day out somewhere, I'll have the breakfast. I quite like having a breakfast from McDonald's.
But I see people getting, what's in a breakfast then?
Well, you can choose. There's various ones, but my favourite was always the one of those muffin things, sausage and egg muffins. And a hash brown. I love the hash browns. They're really nice.
Oh yeah, isn't it Ricky Riesel who gets about 11 of them? And
what?
Yeah.
They're very greasy. I could only have one or two. They're very, very greasy. Like you could squeeze like grease out of them. If you squeeze them, they'd seep of grease. I'm sure. They're very, very, very oily.
Have you seen them chocolate drinks he buys as well?
No.
It's like a can. And it's chocolate milk or something in a can. And the packaging of the can always reminds us of, like, it's from the 60s and you've just found it in someone's old cupboard or something. That's what I always reminds us of when I see it.
And he has those. Oh, I think I have seen him do something.
Yeah, I think it's called Nourishment or something.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Some sort of protein chocolate.
Yeah,
thing.
but it kind of looks like a weird old-fashioned can label, or just to me anyway.
Well, it obviously makes your hair grow.
Not. I don't know.
Yeah.
His hair's getting longer and longer and longer.
Is that?
Yeah.
I've not seen him for ages. Junkie juice. That does not sound appetizing. Junkie juice.
Yeah, junkie juice.
So is Neil not coming on?
No. Not now. Not ever.
He's got to go to the supermarket or something.
What, now? It's a bit late. Mm-hmm. So what's the explanation then with the old Now show? When's it coming back? Explain yourself in the side chat if you're not coming on.
I think he said a few weeks.
Hopefully
weeks. Back in a couple of weeks. And then he said, I sort of know one of the guitarists from Abba's Voyage. And I said, but I sort of know, do you mean their auntie's uncle's sister sold you a budgie?
Oh, I missed all that. I was chatting.
Yeah,
that's the other thing about the Abbey Voyage. There was like a live band on the stage. So that made it even more real. Made it feel even more real, if you know what I mean.
And was it
I don't know if they were actually playing. I don't know if they were actually playing, but there were actually real people on the stage as a band. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was the length of a normal concert?
Yeah, it was about an hour and a half, I'd say, something like that.
And do you mind saying how much you paid to go?
Well, I don't mind saying, but I went with, there were 6 of us, and we decided to have a box, like one of these royal boxes.
Oh, yeah.
So we had the most expensive seats in the place, and I think it was about 1,100 quid for the 6 of us. But if you wanted to get one of the cheaper seats, it's like it would have been half that. So we deliberately, because we wanted the freedom because these boxes had a little dance floor as well. So you had your own private little dance floor.
And a pole. And
pole, no.
And you could be your own dancing queen and that.
Yeah.
It had you could get up out your seat and walk around, and you had somewhere to let your drink, and there was a bar right next to it. You didn't have to go to the bar with all the rest of the people. You had your own bar. So it was very expensive, but it was a treat. So, I don't treat myself with material things. I treat myself with
memories.
Experiences, yeah. But yeah, it was fantastic. I would really recommend it. I'd go again. It was that good.
Gosh.
Even though it's not really them, it was really, really good.
Miss Auntie Royal in the Royal Box.
It wasn't a royal box. It was actually called a dance booth. So F you. But we had our own waiter. He came and asked us if we wanted drinks. We bought a bottle of Prosecco, right? 50 quid.
Oh
my God.
It was quite nice though. I mean, I don't really drink wine, or Prosecco, but it was quite nice.
How many fingers did you have? I
had 2.5 glasses of Prosecco out of this bottle, and there was 4 of us drinking it, so we had 2.5 glasses each, so it was quite a big bottle. But if we'd have bought a glass of Prosecco, it was like a tenner. So for 50 quid, we got a lot more value, I guess.
Why does everything feel like such a rip-off?
Yeah. I think once you're in these venues, the prices are a rip-off. It's like going to the cinema, isn't it? It's 5 times the price of a bag of sweets or whatever.
Yeah. And there's that old saying, keep a £20 note in your pocket in case you have to buy a sandwich at a service station.
Yeah, it's that kind of thing, yeah. But it was worth it for a treat. And I saw some people who I've not seen since before lockdown. So that was delightful to see them again. So
how much was Peter Kay?
Peter Kay was pretty cheap. I think because, he'd let everyone down. I mean, that sounds bad, not in a deliberate way, because he was ill and he'd had to cancel his previous shows about however long ago it was. He kept the prices of his show this time around the same as they were however many years ago it was. Was it 10 years ago? I don't know. So I think the P2K tickets were about 60 to 65 pounds, something like
That's
that.
not bad, like, is that?
That was pretty cheap, yeah. And that was at the O2. I mean, you don't normally get tickets that cheap at the O2, especially for a big name like that. Yeah, P2K was excellent.
I've only been to the O2 once to see Dolly Parton, and I hated it. I felt so. Well, she was so far away, couldn't see her. Even
Were
the
you up in-
screens were far away.
Were you up in the really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been up there. They're horrible. those-
Horrible. And I
Right.
really got
Vertigo.
vertigo. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't get vertigo, but
No,
going up them
but I found
steps,
if I leant forward, I
You-
could just start rolling, and I
you feel
wouldn't.
like you're going to fall, don't you? And there's no handrails or anything like that. It's horrible.
No, and I got up and stood at the back, and then they kept saying, "No, you can't stay here," and you kept wanting me to go back to my seat, but I felt really uncomfortable.
I'm not keen on the O2 either for that reason, because it's so vast. Yeah, I've been there a few times though. But the ABBA Voyage thing is, I mean, it's a decent size, but it's nothing like the O2. It's nowhere near that big.
So is it on a set venue, and then on?
Yeah, you go to this station called Pudding Hill Lane Station. It's near where the Olympic Park is, because I could see the Olympic sculpture from where we outside the venue. You know that weird sculpture they had at the Olympic Park? Like,
Yeah.
Very metallic thing. You could actually see it from the venue, where the venue was near there. Anyway, so it's just out on its own somewhere, and so we went to this station, Pudding Hill Lane Station, and there was the venue. You can't miss it. It's got ABBA written on the side of the actual venue, massive letters. Yeah, it's just. I think
And
it's
going to be there for what, quite some time, or?
I've no idea. I've no idea if they can do it with other acts, or whether they will do it with other acts, or I don't know. No idea.
I was listening to the radio today, and there was some program on that's been, I think, on TV or whatever, and the voiceover was Stephen Fry. And then they brought Stephen Fry on and he said, I didn't have anything to do with this program whatsoever. They completely took his voice from all the Harry Potter things and then reconstructed it and then did a whole program. I mean, it wasn't just, it didn't sound robotic. It sounded just like him, with all his inflections, with all everything. And and
it's scary how they can do that, because then they can put words into anybody's mouth, into politicians' mouths, and start wars and things, couldn't they?
Yeah.
You know, so they could have Joe Biden saying "up yours, Putin" or whatever, and start a war. You know.
Yeah.
So it's like scary, really.
I'm quite shocked by it.
Who's making like a clicking noise?
Me.
What are you doing?
Digging.
No, different noise.
Okay.
I'll be back in a second.
Were you here when I was telling Susan that I've got a new spade?
Oh, very handy.
Yeah,
Very good.
I snapped the old one, so
You've still not told me what that clicking noise is, though.
I haven't. You're right. And
Oh,
yeah, no,
It's stapling things.
it's DVD cases.
Oh.
I'm checking DVDs.
Mm.
Nothing exciting. To be honest, the majority of them are not so good.
I hate comedy in big arenas, prefer small venues. Yeah. I don't know.
I have to say that the P2K thing at the O2 was brilliant, because I was thinking of you actually, Neil, because I think you would have loved it, because P2K had us singing all adverts from our childhood. He had the whole of the O2. I mean, how many does it hold? About 50,000 people all singing. If you like a lot of chocolate on your biscuit, join our club. And many, many more like that. And everybody in the audience, apart from the odd teenager who looked bewildered, knew the words. It was amazing and surreal and crazy, but it was so good. So I think you would have liked it. And you did actually go through my head at the time that Neil should be here singing these adverts. I can't remember which other ones we did. We did the Milky Way one. The red car and the blue car had a race, that one.
Yeah.
And we did a
Waffly first
helps
car.
you work, rest and play. We did that one. We did the fairy liquid one, which I can't remember, but hands that do dishes, well, that one, you know.
Oh yeah,
He did
yeah.
that one. He did do some more misheard lyrics as well. Yeah, he did those later.
Oh,
He was great. He's lost so much weight. He really has.
really?
He looks nothing like he does in Car Share. He's like half the size. He's lost so much weight.
Gosh.
Yeah.
As a result of anything good or bad or?
Slimming World, I think he said.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, it's £1 cheaper than Weight Watchers.
Yeah, yeah. I think he said that as well.
That's why I said it. That's what he used to say. That's why I said it.
Yes. Just let me staple the vicar. I know. That's the classic one, isn't it?
It's true though, isn't it, that when the song comes on now, that's all you hear.
I know. And he did a Blondie one. And he's ruined it for me. I can't hear it. I can't hear that song now without hearing. Well, it was Call Me by Blondie, but he did Corn Beef. I can't hear it now without hearing Corn Beef. Oh, sorry. I've just spoilt that one for you. Lauren,
Yeah.
Sorry. But yeah, get familiar with lots of the old TV ads so that you know the words and you can sing along to them. Because that's what he did for loads of it. And it was great. It was such good fun.
Oh.
Yeah. It's good to see him again. That's the third time I've seen him. I love Peter Kay.
Yeah. He just pitches it just right, doesn't he?
Yeah. He's kind of like, he's got like the working men's club type performance, but in a massive arena.
Yes.
And a bit cleaned up, you know. It's not quite so blue. Not quite so blue. There is a little bit of blue, but not quite so blue.
For the dads.
For the dads, yeah.
Bit of blue for the dads. Bit of blue for the dads. Sit down, Ronnie. He's blue. He's blue.
I was just about to say something else that happened at the Peter Kay, but I won't now because I'm not going to spoil it for Lauren.
Fair enough.
But yeah, it was
on the 2nd of December.
I enjoyed it. Constant gravy. Yeah, that works.
Did Jasper want to go out? What?
Oh, you didn't go to the toilet while I was singing, as Forrest recommended earlier, or somebody said.
He's gone.
You can't say can't stand gravy though, because gravy's elite. I love gravy. Who was it who tried to put gravy in the banish bin? It was Lex. I remember. She tried.
She doesn't like gravy.
She doesn't like gravy. She tried to put gravy in the banish bin.
Mm.
I know. That was my face when she said it as well. I was like,
What else did she put in? Was it? Oh, tried to. Babies, was it?
I can't remember. Gravy was the shocker for me. That was the most shocking.
Yeah, she was like.
It didn't get in because nobody wanted that. Nobody wanted gravy in the banish bin.
Did she not really like curry either? Or did she? I can't remember.
No, she likes spicy curries and things.
She does like curry.
Like Chinese curry though, rather than like an Indian curry, because I think she really
I
likes
don't
Indian.
think I don't recall that.
No, I don't remember that.
Yeah, and she said she hates the gravy that, you know, like when you make it with the proper meat juices and that, not just out of the packet gravy, but
the proper gravy, like
the proper gravy is elite. That's the
gravy.
best gravy when you make it like with the proper meat juices and all that.
corn flour and gravy. What was that stuff my mum used?
Gravy browning.
The granules.
No, it was like a block and used to pull some up and crumble it, but it wasn't like
Octo cube.
gravy salts. Yeah,
Yes, that's the proper gravy. That my grandma used to have that as well. Big block of gravy salt, and
Yeah,
it was basically just salt with a bit of like flavouring in it or whatever, or caramelization or something. But you didn't
And
need
she
any
used-
of this. Like, you didn't need any of this Bisto rubbish, or
yeah, because she used to cook the meat the day before,
yeah,
and then she would leave it overnight so that the fat hardened on the top, and then she would pick off the thicker fat bits.
yeah, yeah.
And then she would, and I remember I'm making it on the top, but in a like roasting tin.
Yeah.
So she would use the roasting tin.
Yeah, my mum used to do that.
And then warm it through on the top, and then add water, and then there's gravy salt and corn flour and whatever else.
That's
she had
proper gravy, and that's the kind of
well.
gravy that Lex wanted in the bin. The
Yeah.
proper gravy. I was like, oh no,
Couldn't be doing that, could we?
there's something wrong with her. Something wrong with that Lex. If she don't like proper gravy. Yeah.
There was quite a few controversial ones over time, weren't there?
Well, I think my unicorn was quite controversial with Nigel. I think his daughter was like very upset.
Yeah, you're upset how you started, didn't you? Yeah, and Nigel tried to cheat, didn't he? Because he was like wanting cats pooing in your garden in the vanish bin.
Yeah.
He put it up against
charities.
Yeah. Try and get away with it. Oh, Lauren doesn't like gravy either. Devil's juice.
What?
Mashed potato and gravy. I could just live off that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gravy and mashed potatoes. That's elite.
You could make like a little nest, couldn't you, out of the mashed potato? Make a little hole in it, pour the gravy in. Lovely.
Yeah, charities guide dogs and cats.
But I tried to get the chat to vote charities into the banish bin, because we should banish charities because there should never be a need for charity. It should all be government funded. That was my argument. Yeah. Let's get charities in the banish bin and not have a need for them anymore. Tried to turn it round on Nigel for trying to cheat.
Yeah.
Yeah, look. Sarah's putting Lauren in the banish bin for not liking gravy. Oh dear, it's funny.
Definitely Yorkshire puddings on Christmas dinner. Like, to me, why would you not have Yorkshire puddings on Christmas dinner? It's just not right.
I don't eat Christmas dinner, but on a roast dinner, I would have a Yorkshire pudding. But that's only since I've been an adult. Because as a kid, as I've told you before, Yorkshire pudding was a pudding in my house when I was a kid. It was we had it after dinner with sugar or jam, because it's only pancake mix after all.
Yeah.
You know, so you can have it like that.
Don't know about that.
I'm just having it.
Yeah, he's quite chuffed about that, is he?
Ian?
Yes?
You weren't here earlier, Stephen, but apparently Lainey's pregnant and Cliff's the dad.
Oh, is that what he said?
That's what he said earlier.
Oh, that's like out of order.
But
there's YouTube news.
Ian's just written in the group chat, he's just sold a load of baby items to somebody called Cliff.
Oh, well, at least he's taking his responsibilities.
Yeah, and he's a dad at 203. Yeah.
203. Oh dear.
We're like Lauren's siblings, gravy loving demons.
Yeah.
Oh, I love gravy. But yeah, I'd always have a Yorkshire pudding on a roast dinner if it was an option. Because it's nice.
These people used to only do it if they have beef, but to us it was like every whatever.
No, we never had it. We never had that as kids. But since I discovered it was a thing as an adult, I like it. It's good.
My dad used to do that though with like leftovers. Like if there was leftover Yorkshire puddings a bit later on, after he digested his dinner, he would go and get one and put some jam on it and eat it.
It's lovely. It's like elite pancakes.
Yeah.
Fawn has done an update on your charity. I missed your charity thing. I'm sorry. Doesn't mean I
That's
still
okay.
couldn't donate, but I won't.
Well, it's 570 plus the gift aid. I think it's more like
The moment's
700.
passed, you know.
I think it's more like
yeah.
700.
It's
If one more person donates, I think it might go over the 700 with the gift aid. So if anyone out there hasn't donated, or anyone near here,
something's going wrong with my camera. I can't. I'm muted. I didn't hear any of that. Sorry.
The signal's going.
Yeah, I'm going through a tunnel.
We've had plenty of times with my charities, Stephen.
Did any of you have the Yorkshire pudding served first? No, never had it first. Always after dinner with the sugar or jam, like a pancake. But my mum could never make them rise. They were always like really flat. They still tasted just as good. They always tasted just as good.
Well, no wonder you thought they were pancakes.
No, they didn't taste quite like pancakes. Slightly different because they were baked rather than, fried like a pancake. But still very nice.
I've taken up a horrible rod from my own back where I seem to make Christmas dinner now for my friend who lives upstairs. And I mean, I can't cook to save my life, but I have to do Christmas dinner. And it's been okay for the last 2 years, but I don't really want to keep doing it.
Well, don't do it then.
Well, and now he's got cancer, so now he wins. He gets to have whatever he wants. So.
Is that your brother?
No, not my brother. I wouldn't do
No,
anything.
Lainey, in the chat. Is that your brother?
Oh, I don't know. It's
Bill?
Bill William Ray.
Yes.
my brother.
Talking of Christmas dinners.
Yes, he's making my Christmas dinner. Thanks, brother. He makes a lovely Christmas dinner, I have to say.
I have met your brother.
You have.
Yes.
And he said you were a delight. What did he say you were?
He said I was a wonderful person.
Yes, a wonderful person.
He doesn't know me. He doesn't know me.
Denying is my brother. To be fair, like I've tortured him over his lifetime, so
yeah, he's addled his brain.
Yeah.
His powers of observation have gone, haven't they?
I smashed his what did I smash? His oh God, what are they called?
Action Man.
No, what you talk CB radio. I smashed his CB radio because he wanted it back and I wanted to talk on it. So in a huff, I flung it off the wall.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was mean. And my sister
Are you older than him?
Yeah.
That's very mean.
Me and my sister thought it was funny to put one pence in his card and tell him that was his present because his card was so expensive. And he cried. He was 10 and he full on cried.
That's called bullying, Lainey.
So when he was 40, my sister bought him a Snoopy card. It was a Snoopy card. So me and my sister bought him a Snoopy card for his 40th birthday and stuck 1 pence in it again.
Just to relive the trauma. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's cool. You're very cool.
We told him that Superman emptied the bins and he sat up all night on the windowsill waiting for Superman to come and empty the bin. The wheelie bin. That was when, they weren't wheelie bins, they were dusty bins, essentially. That's what they looked like.
Yeah.
Back then. And they used to come really early at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. So he never saw them. So we persuaded him that, Superman did it. And he was like, do they? So he was found asleep on the windowsill.
As a youngest child, I think that's really cruel.
Yeah.
And then I got rung off my mum once and I was going up the stairs, stomping up the stairs, whispering probably horrible things about my mum as I was doing it because, as you do, being dramatic and that. And I went in my bedroom and he was jumping up and down on my bed and I went, get out my room. And he was scared, no. And I was like, get out my room. And he went, no. So I went, boom, with the bed and he went smack off the floor and there was blood everywhere. And he was screaming. And my mum, come up the stairs.
The fact that you're saying this with a laugh in your voice. Yeah. You really enjoyed it.
Yeah. And then when I was young, when we're coming home from school one day and there was these big bollards and he was leapfrogging them. And my mum had told him off, said, don't do it, you'll hurt yourself if you land on them. And he did. So me and my sister were just like crying, laughing, because he did land on them.
You're horrible.
I know.
Billy,
He was nasty to me too.
can I just say, Billy, that the bullying has continued with me. Don't suffer in silence. Ring
Oh, shut up, man. You've just said I was pregnant from Cliff Richard. And what do you call that? You can't call it bullying.
Yes, Lainey Ray, charity on. Yeah,
It was
she has this face of charity and being kind, but really,
Yes.
the truth is she's violent.
Yeah. It's all compensation, isn't it? She does it to assuage her guilt.
Hidden in plain sight. That's all I'm going to
Yeah.
say.
He got me back though, like in terms of, I had this really cool head bag, and it was like purple and black and stuff, and I loved it. And he sold it to his mate for a $5 or something.
But that's not violence, is it? That's just
Oh, that's worse.
it's no. In the scheme of crimes, theft is low. Violence is much higher in the old.
Violence is not the answer.
No.
And then he used to disappear all the time, and I had to go look for him.
Well, that's what a kind older sister should do. Go and look for her younger brother who might be missing, kidnapped or something.
Like, no, it was just a pain in the ass and like missing. So, you know.
And now he's probably been lacing your Christmas dinners with something all these years.
Isn't it? You know.
Well, I'm still here. He still hasn't done a good enough job yet, has he? I ran away.
The reason nobody could find him is because he'd run away because of all the violence he was being inflicted on him.
He was in a call box, wasn't he, phoning Childline? That's what he was doing.
I know you don't do Christmas and everything, Susan, but he was scared of Santa Claus, so he would only sleep in our bedroom at Christmas every year. So me and my sister, my mum used to buy us like sweets and stuff on Christmas Eve. So me and my sister used to try and get him to sleep early so we could have his sweets and stuff. It never worked because we didn't have the patience to wait. We'd like wait 5 minutes and then we'd go to get up and he'd be like, "It's the time to get up now." And we're like, but yeah. It's funny because it was kind of like me and my sister would pick on him, or Billy and me would pick on Sharon, and I always got out of it because I was the middle one. So it was like I always took whichever side I thought I had the best chance of winning.
Yeah, I bet you did.
Yeah, he did. He always wanted a brother. He wanted my mum to make him one using my Cabbage Patch doll and some clothes. And he was like trying to get out to make him a brother because he really didn't like his sisters.
You could
Niels put the Childline number in just in case you want to call it.
It's too late now. I mean, he's 40 odd, but he was just really gullible. We used to send him
never goes away, low Laney.
We used to send him, me and my sister used to send him into my mum on Christmas, even though my mum had probably just gone to bed at like 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, to ask if we could get up to open our presents. And we used to go to him, "But she loves you the most, you won't get wrong." And he would play with us and then go and answer, and then she'd go, "It's 2 o'clock in the morning, get back to bed." And they'd come back crying, saying, "And you won't get wrong." And about an hour later, we persuaded him again to go back and ask her. Yeah. It was great. He was always like trying to do things like my dad give him. I think my dad give him. Did my dad give you that acoustic guitar thing? And he used to like your mum got a video camera. She'd hired it from Radio Rentals, right? Cool or what?
I'm just laughing at BCP.
By chat.
Land report body helpline.
You are treat the therapist for a translator. Translator. He's from Newcastle and you're asking for a translator. Yeah,
but I need one because you keep using these phrases I don't use myself.
It was great fun, man.
I was talking to Lainey yesterday, and she was saying that 15% of her audience can't understand her and they're British.
I know. I'm really annoyed. They use it. 15% of my British audience use the
Use the subtitles.
subtitles.
Oh,
And I was
well,
like,
so
well-
they'll be saying where you've been burning dogs on beaches then.
I know. No wonder, like, I mean, things go down.
The subtitles are worse. They're not subtitles. Just make up words that you haven't said. But the burn dogs on the beach.
We used to do this dance routine for my mum, like to try and stay up later. We'd all like we used to make just Billy do the bits that I wanted him, as you do. You didn't see that bit. And we used to do this thing where we'd all turn around and see a word, and it'd be like can, and then the next one would jump round we, and it'd be like the next one would jump round steer, and we'd get right up, and my mum would watch it all get like, and then she'd go, no.
God, your poor suffering
It
mother.
It worked sometimes, but it used to be funny because she'd switch out the computer off on the telly, and then send us to bed. And obviously, we didn't realise that. Never switched the computer off, just the telly. So she'd put the telly back on and play the games when we were in bed. Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe in now bring back bad memories. Yeah. And how many things of ours did you break, take apart, see how it would work, sell? What else did you do? All of those things. I think you got us back. Many a time.
Yeah.
I pushed my sister in the cupboard. That was the best day of my life.
Is Stephen frozen?
No.
Oh, no. Right, okay.
No, I'm sorry. I could probably just fall asleep again, though. Just not.
My sister had a lockable wardrobe, right? And she was always like Miss Perfect. We always got wrong off her. As my brother, like, she was like a second mother. So if we got wrong off my mum, we got wrong off my sister as well, right?
Got it
So
wrong. Got
she
it wrong.
got told off.
Do you know, Lenny, you've said this phrase "got wrong" about 20
got
times
wrong.
in the
I
past.
can't.
I've
No,
never heard it before.
Uses it.
I let it go the first few times, but then I thought, have I misheard that? But no.
No, it means get told off in
We got told off.
Geordieland.
Yes.
In Geordieland, that's what it is.
I'll add that to my dictionary. Hang
Add
on.
it to the dictionary,
do that. So my brother worked out that if he used a knife, he could open the lock on a door, right? So on a wardrobe. So he would unlock it because he would take a tapes, and back in the day you used to put a piece of card into in the whole thing to reuse them because you could put them out. He's gone traumatized. It's not traumatized really. Anyway, so he stole those things, and I was looking for incriminating evidence to give to my mum so that I could get her wrong for stuff that she never ever did. Do you know what I mean? So I'm reckoning the thing. He'd already left by now. She come in, obviously seeing the cupboard was open, sort of barged past me to look what was missing, was absolutely fuming, and I could see she went to swing her hand round as if to smack this one. So in me thing, I pushed her, and I pushed her hard, and she fell back into the cupboard, which had a suitcase at the front, just on the edge. So her bum was behind, but her legs were over the suitcase, so she couldn't get up. And at first, I went to I haven't tried it yet, Billy. Get around. First, I went to help her, and went to give her a hand, and she went to give us a hand, but I could literally see steam coming out of her ears. She was that mad, and I thought she's going to kill me. If I pull her out of this cupboard, she's going to kill us. So I flew down the stairs and sat on the arm of my mum's chair. My mum was like, "What's the matter with you?" I was like, nothing. My sister come down, cool as a cucumber, nothing had happened, and as soon as my mum looked away, she just went, she mouthed, "I'm going to kill you," at us like that. When my mum wasn't looking, and she'd be and I've no doubt that night she did, you know what I mean? Because I used to sleep with every doll and teddy bear I had all the way around my bed in this sort of thing. And my sister used to get them on its sister's nerves. So she'd take them all out and chuck them at my head in the night. Yeah, for fun. When did we lock you in a cupboard? I can't remember that. That must have been Sharon's idea.
Oh. Immediately, you just pass the blame.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute, look at this innocence of face.
I know. You're like Switzerland. You're neutral now, aren't you? Yeah.
Yeah, right. Obviously, though, years ago, I got a Barbie caravan for Christmas one year when I was, I can't remember how old I was. Pretty young.
25.
Yeah, that old. And my brother found it in the what you call it cupboard, right? Keep your bedding and towels and stuff. My mum had like buried it in the back of there behind stuff, but of course he'd gone raking. And then he showed me the airing cupboard. Yeah, he showed me, who was like, oh, you know what I mean? And then my mum came in and said, because he showed us that he might not be able to give us it anymore. And I just never recovered that. He showed me that. So I did get it actually, but for about a few weeks that I thought I wasn't going to get it because Billy had showed us it. I was like,
Oh dear.
but yeah. I remember asking if some friends could come in because it was cold outside, so I was about 15. And my dad was home because he used to work away on the roads and stuff, and he was home, and my mum had been doing the washing. And we had like one of them air dryer things. And I was told to look. No, you weren't. And we had one of them air dryer things and also like the radiator. And so I came in with like 2 or 3 of my friends. There was like, well, a couple of lads, and we'd gone in the kitchen. My mum says, all right, you can come in the kitchen for a little bit when I was 15. So they sat down at the kitchen table and I was in front of the sink. And to my horror, there was my dad's chocolate brown Y-fronts with mustard trim being dried on the radiator in full view, and I was just horrified.
Maybe worth loads on eBay now. Maybe
Probably. I picked a tea towel off the thing and did this kind of chuck at it at the same time to cover it over. Honestly, I was just horrified. Horrified. But it was good fun.
Oh God.
Yeah, we had good times. We were a good family. We had like loads of good laughs and stuff.
Well, you seem to have made up for it all now. I mean, I don't speak to my brother because he treated me so horribly when I was younger.
No.
But not half as bad as you treated your brother. But still enough for me to never speak to him again.
That's normal. That's normal behaviour for siblings.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
Oh, wait, you used to go to school and tell your friends you had a cat and what was it? A cat and a ginger sister?
A cat, a dog, and a ginger sister.
Yeah, that's what you used to say. So you can't say anything.
Oh dear. I did. Yeah. I did.
Yeah. None of us were scarred for long.
Chocolate brown with mustard trim. I'm sure my brother had some that colour as well.
Yeah. Proper white fronts and all.
Yeah, white fronts, yeah.
Yeah. We had like he used to warm his pants up before he went and got changed. He'd warm his pants on the we had like a what's it called? That goes in front of the fire to stop kids touching it.
Fire guard.
Yeah, fire guard.
I used to put a picture of my sister up. That used to give the kids away from the fire.
But
and he used to put them on there to warm and then go and get a washed and changed from the morning.
We didn't have central heating, so to have nice warm pants or whatever underwear was a nice treat, you know, to have that, put that on before you went out into the cold.
See, look at Sylvia's
through the snow to school. We didn't have cars, you know. We walked.
Sylvia's brother
to school.
Locked her in the garden shed and set fire to it.
Well, that's going a bit far. That's like attempted murder.
My mother once was so angry at me, she stuck a newspaper into the fire and then set fire to the carpet around me.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Well, we got a new carpet out of it, so that was
all a bit violent.
Yeah.
I I don't think I ever did anything to merit that kind of treatment. I was a right pain in the arse, I'm sure, but didn't do anything like that.
I was a horrible child.
I remember my dad coming home from work and me and my mum were having a flower fight in the back garden. And my dad just looked at the pair and was like, "What are you doing?" Particularly
So when you said flower fight, I just pictured both of you like
Daisies.
with like big like sunflowers or something.
Yeah.
Or what were those flowers that Dame Edna used to have?
Gladioli.
Yes, that sort of big flowers.
Yeah, it wasn't quite what I had in mind. Yeah.
That's what I pictured when you said it. Oh dear. My brother threw me through the shop window. Bloody hell.
God.
Hi, Mandy. See, I was really nice to Billy. I need to catch up now, Bill. Go do a few other things.
Well, me
Yeah,
and my
but
brother
we gotta
fought like
justify it.
terrible cat and dog, but we didn't ever like do anything like that to each other.
I think I did stop him on the head with me Cabbage Patch Kid doll, which is quite hard. Once.
Do you remember back in the 70s when there used to be like penny for the guy?
Yeah.
Well, I think the worst thing that I ever did with my brother to our sister, my sister was in a wheelchair, right? And she was between us. She was the middle child. And we dressed her up as the guy. And
Wow.
wheeled around begging for money, you know, like penny for the
Wait,
guy.
I was nice, me. I'm coming out now.
We made loads that year.
Stephen, I'm so glad you shown up and not leaving me here with these two.
I'm quite shocked.
But that didn't involve any kind of violence, just humiliation.
What?
We didn't throw her on the bomb
Right, then.
before you get that idea. We just dressed her up as a guy and wheeled around and got money for it. You know,
Was that all you did? No,
That's all.
we did not throw her on the bonfire. No.
Oh my.
Me and Billy made a guy, so we used my Cabbage Patch Kid,
Yeah.
and then we got like my dad's short and jeans or whatever, and stuffed it with newspaper, tied the ends off, and then Sunderland had played at home a match, and there was a pub not far from us called the Wolsey, so we sat it outside, and Billy was kind of cheeky, so he would ask people and stuff, and say stuff, and most of them would end up giving him a quid and that. So we ended up with like 40 odd quid, which back then
Oh my
was a hell of a lot
God.
of money.
Yeah.
Because it was great just getting the drunk people coming out of the pub from the match, after the match and that.
Well, that's
like-
what we did with my sister. We positioned ourselves near a pub.
Yeah,
We
it's
got,
ideal, isn't
we
it?
got loads of money.
Stephen, I'm shocked at you.
I know. I'm thinking back, I just think, what the hell were we?
No, I never see it, to
I've
be
not heard
honest.
of it like in recent years because it's more trick or treat now. You know, like for Halloween, and
Yeah,
then
more
you
American
don't
vibe,
really
isn't
do
it?
the penny for the guy anymore, kind of thing.
Mm.
Yes, I'm sorry to my dear sister who is no longer with us. I'm so sorry, Anne, that we did that to you. But she did get a share of the dosh, so it wasn't like, you know, we just
It
exploited her.
wasn't
And then
total
didn't
abuse. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's all right then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm also a middle child as well.
Oh, I think middle children get the best of both worlds. They don't have the
I kinda did,
responsibility to
'cause
be
like I
older
said-
down, and then they're not put them on like the baby like I was. You know, the middle children have it easy.
Yeah. But like my sister, I always felt like it was Miss Goody Two Shoes, and my brother always got away with murder, so it was kind of like, you know, I felt like I was in the middle of that. But if I think about it, like I took sides with each of them. You know what I mean? It was never Sharon and Billy against me. Do you know what I mean? It was like me and Billy against Sharon, or Sharon and me against Billy. So I always got like that, if that makes sense. But yeah, it was good. It was good times. It's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to watch my brother and see what he did wrong and that upset my parents, and so I made sure I didn't do it. Hey!
Help, I'm the brother.
Good evening. Hello.
Good evening. You are the brother.
Are
Well,
you
I
all
think
right?
I
Is there
am.
anything you'd like to talk about?
Well, where do I start? Are you ready for a night shift?
Yeah.
No, we were just typical brothers and sisters. Well, brother and sisters, that's a difference. It was a gang, wasn't it?
Yeah, but sometimes it was me and you again, Sharon.
No, I was just kind of dragged into it, I think, Leonie, sorry.
No, excuse me. The idea that you opened the cupboard and nicked our tapes got me involved because I was looking for incriminating evidence to give to my parents so that, she could get wrong for something, which I never found. Because
I recorded over my mother's as well.
yeah, you did. I got wrong many a time.
Well, Lauren says middle children are persecuted, but I think the proof is not out there because Lainey's the middle child and she's just like had half an hour of how she persecuted her younger brother.
I thought there was a sort of middle child syndrome.
It was over his whole life. He's 40 odd. It's spread over a while. It's not just like everything happened in a week.
I think middle children, the syndrome is, I think they kind of feel that they're ignored, but I think they get away with it because they go under the radar. They're not like the first child, which is all the pressure. Not like the last child, who just gets, put upon and everything. It's like they go under the radar and get away with it all. Well, that's, unless you're a middle child, you won't agree with me, but.
Billy got away with it all.
Well, I think when you're the youngest child, you're just there.
Oh, you're just there.
Just part of just in a room.
Well, as the youngest child who doesn't have a photo of herself until she was like at school, really, totally ignored. And whereas the first child, every photo possible taken of the first child. But
there's mostly photos of Sharon, isn't there, Bill?
Yeah.
There's a few of us from all babies, but there's mostly photos of Sharon.
It's all new when you have the first child, isn't it? Yeah. They get all the photos, but then there's nothing for the last child like me.
I remember saying it to my mum and I going, "Oh, we didn't have a camera then." I was like, "Yeah, but you made sure you did when Sharon was born."
Yes, exactly.
I've just got school photographs and they're absolutely horrendous. I wish I could share them on here.
What did you do with your school photographs?
Sell them.
Sell them to the girls.
Yeah.
Sell them?
Yeah, you would sell them to the girls for 50p each and keep me mum one, even though she'd paid for the whole thing.
And who are these girls who wanted to pay 50p?
They used to fight over him when he was in juniors. Really bad. Don't know why.
That's quite entrepreneurial, isn't it?
Probably because he was quite cheeky.
They're not knocking on my door now.
Money back. Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if any of them still got your picture. I wonder if they put it on the wall.
Yeah.
Well, they must look back at them now and think, what's wrong with his hair? Because my mother used to cut my hair, didn't she? I used to say, can I have a flick? Then she used to just put a diagonal cut across my fringe.
It's like,
oh my god!
No, actually, wasn't it not my dad? It was my dad. I remember my dad cutting mine, and it was horrendous.
No, I look like what's it called, Lloyd Christmas out of what's that film?
I don't know.
Can't remember the film now. Dumber and Dumber.
Oh, Dumber and Dumber.
Right, yes, yeah.
Like that. I just remember on our home video, he was obsessed with my mum pressing pause when he jumped in the air, so she could catch him jumping in the air and pause it.
I was like thinking, like when you press pause, it would pause the image, but like not just stop the tape.
Yeah.
But this was like 1985 or something.
Yeah. So all you've got is him going, "Mum, did you pause it? Did you pause it? Did you pause it?" Like constantly. And then my dad like getting the guitar going, just like random words, didn't he?
Yeah. I don't think he knew a word to any song, did he?
No, I don't think he did. He used to wind my mum up with like Elvis, so he'd just sing his own words.
It was curl his lip.
So now we know where you get it from.
Who, me?
No, Lainey.
All right.
Yeah, Lainey.
See me on words up there.
Oh, yeah.
Do.
I'm just reading here that Sean was the eldest of 5. 5 children. I can't imagine that. I imagine you your parents are completely separate if there's 5 of you, and they're like another species, and you would all stick to yourselves.
My dad was one of, I always forget, it's either 14 or 16, but it was an even number, and it was like that. And he was the oldest boy, so he had loads of responsibility. I mean, this is very long time ago. But it was like an Irish Catholic family, and they didn't ever stop, breeding, just carried on.
God, that must be tiring.
Yeah.
His poor mother.
Can you imagine just having a kid every year for 16 years or something?
Yeah.
Well, loads of
But
people.
I think a few died as well, so I don't know. There might have been more for all I know,
Yeah.
So, but she probably was pregnant every year of her sort of fertile years,
Wow.
Like me, my partner Andrea from the beginning, like when we had Jenny, when we were like, I was 23, she was 20, and then we had a massive gap, and then we had another kid 10 years later, and then I had another child 5 years after that together, and then everyone who I saw, like my friends, when I was out in the berry, went, God, you must have about 8 or 9 kids, because they always saw us pushing a pram for the sense of years.
But you spread them all out.
Yeah.
I wish I had them all together, because it's crazy being like nearly 46 and I've got an 8-year-old.
Yeah.
My dad didn't have me till he was 52.
My dad had me when he was 42. I was 42 when he died. How mad's that? Calculations and stuff. It's
yeah.
Like I go to the school now and they go, "He's your granddad." I'm like, piss off.
I used to get that my parents.
And my youngest has got ginger hair like his mum. So like, and the rest of them are like, what's it called, brunette, like dark brown or whatever. So he looks like he stands out when he's with me.
So he says, "Oh my God, he says film just like Lainey."
Film.
They would do, wouldn't they?
You know what? It's weird. My daughter says film.
Oh.
I don't know why.
So she's been influenced by media and stuff. Whereas we all now say film. So we've been influenced by you.
Copy. Then you're going to start saying you're getting wrong to people.
I won't be saying that. That doesn't flow right in my.
You're going to get wrong.
Wrong.
Get wrong.
Get wrong.
I never thought it was like an issue until like you started picking it up. What do you mean? What's that say?
But you must have had everyone else saying they got told off, and didn't you realise that everyone else?
Well, it's like everyone else to me was around where I live, so everyone else.
No, but when you're watching films or TV shows or anything.
Well, most of them were American, so they always had different way of speaking anyway. So
when we see it outside, we're walking on a path, and other people say path.
Oh no, but I say path.
You say a path.
That's like an accent, isn't it? Like some accents have that different A sound. Path. I would say path. But then you guys say plaster, and I would not say plaster. I would say plaster.
I say plaster.
Well, how come Lainey says plaster?
Because
I don't know. I think because I have difference for when you put a plaster on your arm and then you put plaster on the wall. Plaster on plaster.
Plaster on the wall. It came out.
Plaster on the wall. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain. The plaster on the wall.
I was over in the West Wing the other day and we were putting plaster on the wall.
Is that next to the piano?
Yeah,
it's the only posh thing I say.
Yeah.
They whenever you say it, it just comes out. It just sounds so weird.
Plaster.
In the rest of everything else you say. But yeah, Nick would say plaster. Nick who comes on here. Or bath or path or whatever.
Path, yeah.
But
yeah, he said castle the other day and I was like,
yeah,
castle.
Castle. I'd say castle.
I'd say castle.
You say castle as well.
I'd say castle, yeah.
Oh, you're a posh southerner there, aren't you?
That's posh to me. And like that's when people say bath instead of bath, because where's the R? Like
No,
It's-
don't ever try and prove anything with spelling, Lainey. It doesn't work.
I know, but like I know it doesn't work in that way, but it just that's what my brain does. But then that's how I can't say certain words because my brain wants to see it the way I see it.
Yeah.
And even if it's like totally different. It's like reading and it's reading, but I want to say reading because that's what I can see.
Well, it is spelt the same as reading. So
Yeah.
that's understandable.
Like seeing words do my head in, like live and live.
Live and
Live
live.
and live.
Yeah.
Does spell the same.
Yeah.
Router and router.
Router and router, right, definitely.
Right, router.
Who says
But then-
router? Is that Americans say that?
No, router is a tool.
Aye.
It's,
Oh, right. Okay.
a router.
I don't know that. I don't know that tool then.
Do you say piano or piano?
Anna?
No one says piano. No one says piano.
Elaine does when she's had a couple of drinks. Oh, I'm going to play the piano.
The piano.
The chandelier.
Oh, she sings that, you know, when it goes piano, 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 piano.
Piano.
That's if they put the excessive Macam accent on there.
Yeah.
Piano.
Piano.
Worcestershire. What's wrong with Worcestershire?
Worcestershire.
Just funky.
Americans don't say Worcestershire. They?
Well,
Yeah.
when they try to say Worcestershire sauce, they get in a right mess, don't they?
But then we don't say Worcestershire sauce. We say
just say
Worcester
potato
sauce.
Yeah, I know, but I think on the bottles it says Worcestershire sauce, doesn't it?
Mm.
So American
Sure.
I want to go to Birmingham.
Birmingham, yeah.
But they always like part of the word, don't they? So it's Manchester.
Mm.
Birmingham.
They have those places in America, and that's how they pronounce them. So they presume ours are the same. But it's a bit like we have a place called Melbourne here, but in Australia it's Melbourne.
Yeah.
But we think they're pronouncing it wrong, but they obviously can pronounce it however they
Melbourne.
like because it's their city, you know.
I
But
suppose so.
Melbourne,
But it's all right.
no.
That's how it works in my brain.
Well, it's like money we call pound, pund.
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 Pund?
Who says pund?
We say
Sweden.
pund.
Do you say pund, Lainey?
Yeah.
For money.
How much have you raised then for your
I've
charity?
never heard you say
Say it.
pund
Say how
ever.
much you've raised.
570 pund.
No, you do not say that.
Never said that.
You have never
You've
said
never,
that.
ever
I
said
don't.
that.
I don't use it every day in like thing, but I would say it more when I was younger, probably.
Oh,
Have you got a pund?
And probably when you're talking to somebody else from your area, if you
Yeah.
have a conversation.
I did a lot of customer
Or when
service.
she's sitting outside the pub saying, "Give us a pund."
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That would have been him though, because I wouldn't have said no. I just took off the money because you know how it works. Well, actually, we probably had to give Sharon some and all, didn't we? And she
Yeah,
went there.
we have to
You
give
were
her
the
a cut for
pimps,
doing
weren't
that.
you?
Mm.
The pimps taking the pund.
Yeah.
Asking for a pound as well. That's quite a lot of money back then.
Elaine, can you remember when that bloke came out of the pub and he said there's someone dressed up in there? And so I stood on his knackers. and he go out his mates to give us extra quids.
No,
You remember that?
no.
Pardon me French, by the way. But I
right.
had to prove to him so that it was made. So I decided that's what I would do as a 10-year-old child.
Oh, on the doll, you mean?
Aye, we were outside
Oh, you
outside
meant
the
the
pub.
books?
Yeah.
No. The guy folks.
You had to prove it wasn't real, so he said stand on its knackers.
Aye.
I thought you meant the bloke in
Yeah.
like on the floor, like stand on my knackers, which would have been a bit weird.
Well, it would have been weird, especially if he was giving us money.
I know.
Yeah, what sort of pub was this?
It was the local pub around the corner. It's still there.
Yeah.
It's called the Wolves.
Woolsey. The Woolsey. It's still there. It's just been refurbed, though, hasn't it? Because it had a fire.
Well, a couple of
We
years
had a
ago.
knicker factory called the Wolsey in Leicester. Like
Yeah.
a hosiery factory.
Was that where your mum worked?
I don't think she worked at that one. Maybe it was something called that. I don't know.
We had one called, ours was Dewhurst, wasn't it?
It was something called the
Yeah,
Wolves. I don't know if it was actually. It might have been a knitwear factory or something or other like that. But anyway, but that's because Cardinal Wolsey, who was famous for Henry VIII, you know, and all that malarkey, he died in Leicester. He was on his way back to see Henry VIII and get his head chopped off or something. But he got an attack of diarrhea and died in Leicester of the diarrhea.
Remind me not to have a kebab in Leicester.
Exactly.
Bit of a shit ending, wasn't it?
Fatal.
Yeah, very shit-ended.
But in the park in Leicester, there's a park called Abbey Park. There's like a statue of Cardinal Wolsey because he died there. He died at the Abbey or something in Leicester.
Fancy it. It's like he died here from shitting himself.
Yeah, it
And
doesn't,
we'll
quite say that on the plaque, Lainey, but that's the truth of
I
it.
shit myself on this spot, so they put a statue of me here.
Susan's got a bit of a thing about standing near statues.
Oh yeah, I like the old Richard III statue.
Yeah. Green. Yeah. We'll leave that there.
But there was definitely something called the Wolsey in Leicester. I don't know whether it was a factory or it might have been a pub or something as well like yours, but there's definitely some connection there.
There was a car called the Wolsey.
Yeah. We had a Wolsey theatre in, well, I think it's still there in Ipswich.
God, he got around this old Wolsey, didn't he?
Yeah.
Bit.
Thomas.
On Emmerdale.
Oh, I think there was
Isn't that
one.
called the Woolpack?
Well,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
called the Wolsey by them, though.
Oh.
That's where they went to spend the puns.
Oh.
Oh, BCP. Has he got a brown plaque?
Yeah.
And Sylvia's saying that's what I thought. He stood on his pods and got more money out of him. Yeah, that would have been very weird.
Anyway, you lot, it's that time again.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
I can
I'm
feel
worried I
it.
might turn into a prince.
We can end the
Don't worry
stream.
about that. That's never happening.
Maybe.
We'll end the stream and go in the green room. It's like
I hope it's not the green room with bloody Susan's. It's bloody Hooker Green.
Apple green.
Anyway, thank you everybody for watching. We're going to go now and we will see you later.
Nice
If
chatting
you
to you
do
all.
have a trauma
Thanks.
from your childhood, if your sisters or brothers bullying you, please don't tell me. Because I think it's quite funny. Anyway,
Thanks for an entertaining.
This is the woman who did a program on mental health, did a whole series on mental health.
Yeah.
all right, if it affected your mental health, I'm sorry.
I think your next charity fundraiser should be for a children's cruelty bullying.
Yes.
For my brother, for his trauma.
I forgive and forget.
Yeah.
Well, not the forget bit, but I'll forgive.
Yeah.
All right. Good night,
No,
everybody.
it wasn't our
Night.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.